You know what? It's I had a lot of players and former players coming to me the last year, like genuinely concerned. Like, are you going to be okay? Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna be all right. And he says, listen, it's gonna be progressive, right? The first week, it's gonna be a serious state of depression. The second week, you're gonna be angry. The third week, you're gonna start coming around. You're gonna have a level of acceptance. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm good. Like, I'm good. And I think the most important thing is finding what it is that you love to do. That's the hardest part. And it took work. Like, basketball was born to play. For the second phase, what we're doing, it took a lot of work, a lot of soul searching, a lot of investigating and trying things out. But when you find what it is that you love to do, then you wake up every morning with a sense of purpose. So my life it's been great. I mean, I fell into a great routine. I work out 5 o'clock every morning, take the kids to school, get some breakfast with my wife, go to the office, work there, pick the kids up, and then from there it's just, volleyball here, basketball here, soccer there, you know what I mean? And that's my routine. The appreciation comes in moments, it comes in increments, like you go through a moment in time and you realize that you're going way too fast, and you really get a chance to appreciate everything that's happening. So you take a beat and you appreciate it, but the reality is you can't stay there, you know what I mean? Because then you can't ever grow and evolve, right? So there's moments of appreciation, and then you have to move on and focus with your head down on what comes next, and then come up for air.
Yo, what is good? What is up? We are here. We are live. We are back on the internet. Like Craig Mack, as I always say, bringing that flavor in your ear. We're here. We're live today. It's Hoops and Brews, man. We're back. Obviously, I'm sorry, I actually got the wrong topic up there. We're gonna talk about that later. But obviously, we gotta, I played the tribute to kind of lead off the episode. We did a happy hour last week. We were gonna do an episode last week, but unfortunately, Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, the Antebelli family, members of that family passed, as well as the helicopter pilot. The amazing baseball coach. I send my personal condolences, but we got to start out the show with that, man, because literally, that's pretty much been on my mind all week long. This is actually the first day I didn't wake up and think about it. But rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Gigi. I legit thought she was going to be the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. It's unfortunate that we won't get a chance to see that. But yeah, man, it's Hoops and Brews, man. We're here. We're back. Live Monday afternoon. The NBA trade deadline is coming up this week. We're about to drink beer. Thursday. We're about to drink beer and talk basketball. We got a special guest with us today. Go ahead, Dante. Talk to the people.
Let
them know where they can find you at.
Appreciate
Let them know where they can find you at on the internet.
Hey, I'm Dante. My channel name, I have a YouTube as well. Dante DXTV. DANTE DXTV. I'm just excited to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. So thank you for coming on. As always, this is a show, co-stars rapper extraordinaire, Pavy. Go ahead, get your plug in.
As always, man, follow me on Twitter at Pavy, Pavy, word, all one word. Dropped a new project, Hosted. It's out right now. You can go find that Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you want to get it from. So, yeah.
Yep, and as always, it's your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. That's REELTPJ. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you damn dummy. But as I mentioned, Kobe, man, you guys got any words you want to say? Any favorite Kobe memories you want to share with the fans? In case you guys didn't watch our happy hour special, which you should go back and check it out. We recorded that the night of Kobe's passing. We went to the memorial downtown. Came back afterwards because we were all, just kind of drinking and having a good time. Because we were all sad. So make sure you check that out. But Kobe memories, anybody?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about on the court stuff, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I was the biggest fan of Kobe as a player. Honestly, a lot of stuff was, I'm from Chicago, so I grew up in Chicago. So a lot of West Coast games, I wasn't even up late enough to see. Growing up, I couldn't stay up past 9, 10 to even watch West Coast games like that. So most memories of the NBA that I have are from East Coast teams, because that's the East Coast, Chicago, things like that, because that's what I was seeing. Exactly. So I'm not gonna act like I have a whole bunch of memories of Kobe when he was really on his run. Obviously, towards when I was in high school, then I could maybe stay up to see some of those things, but.
The time difference.
Yeah, it's still the time difference. Even for those games, I'm probably going to sleep at 11. The game probably at halftime at that point.
These games started 9 East Coast time.
Yeah, halftime. So obviously, we weren't watching the finals and things like that, because who doesn't watch the finals?
Of course.
A couple Western Conference Finals games, because who doesn't watch the Sunday games? I remember the shot the Phoenix game when he did the thing and he showed the heart that shot. So I was like thinking about it. And I was like, honestly, my favorite Kobe stuff is what he did off the court and just how he like lended his voice. Because for so long when Kobe played, it seemed like he was just somebody who like had no emotion and was just like a different human. Like he wasn't human. And then once he got hurt. And then started to show more of his actual like personality and like really letting really like who he was and him being a father, just lending his voice and lending his knowledge, not just about basketball, but more so about life and just things that you could apply. He uses it to apply to basketball, but you could take that mentality and those mindsets and apply it to things in life. So for me, honestly, it's like for me when I think about my favorite Kobe memories, it's stuff that he did after basketball. Like I remember watching the Muse doc. That
great documentary.
Great documentary.
If you haven't seen it, go back, check it out.
Great documentary, or just the podcast that he was on. Things like that after basketball and seeing him as a human more. I say is my favorite Kobe memories, and more so anything he did like on the basketball court. Like I mean, I know, what Kobe did on the court, but I honestly feel like if he would have lived to continue to be able to go where he was going, I think what he would have done post basketball would have been far greater than what he did. Playing basketball. Personally, in my humble opinion.
He affected a lot more people that way, doing stuff off the court, man. The day that I found out that he had passed, I was literally in a store buying a Kobe jersey.
That's crazy.
Really? And, no, as God be my witness.
That's
man.
crazy.
I was buying a Kobe jersey. It's I can't remember the name of the mall because like I'm new. No.
So which
the thing is they didn't have it. All they had was the All-Star stuff.
Oh.
Okay. So they didn't have the traditional 8 or the 24, whatever. Just and I was like shopping around and stuff. Like they had Shaq, they have AD, LeBron, and stuff, whatever. And man, David, he had asked me.
David Roseman, he came on episode number 100, Hoops and Brews. Go back and check that out. That's who he's talking about.
Yeah. So imagine being in LA in a store shopping for a Kobe jersey, and he held his phone and he was like, I got a weird question. Like his face was like distorted, and I was like, what's wrong? He's like, did Kobe die? And the guy it was only one employee working at the the sports store at the time, and he was like, yeah, did Kobe die? And dude was like, yeah, man, you can't be asking that stuff around here. You can't play like that. He's like, no, I'm serious. Like my friend just texted me a link, like an article, and TMZ was the first one that really, and I was like, no, Kobe didn't die. Like I'm sure he was fine. Like there was some meme or something like that about him, like literally yesterday. Like how could he of all people like pass away? Yeah. And I typed his name in on Google to confirm it. Nothing happened. I refreshed the page. And then you see like articles of like his passing. Yeah. And it was an unbelievable moment, man. And then you see people start to just swarm the store because now they all want to buy the Kobe jersey. And literally throughout the mall, because there wasn't one in that store specifically or any of the other stores that we went to, but we're literally walking through the mall and you see like grown men crying, like grown men with kids. Yeah. And it was a heartbreaking thing, man. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I can imagine being in the mall when that happened.
Yeah. I was asleep, honestly. Like I was
hungover.
Yeah. I was asleep, and my roommate knocked on my door like, "Yo, Kobe died." I'm like, "The fuck out of here!" Like Kobe don't die. Like, who? Like who? Kobe. I'm like Bryant. Like Bryant.
Just like bro. No.
Not the Kobe.
Like bro. I'm like, the fuck out of here. Kobe don't die. So I like roll over, check my phone. I got like 9 text messages. Like girls text me like, "Gee, what the fuck?" My dad texted me like, "Yo, you heard the Kobe news?" So I like call my dad. So I like call my dad like, "Yo, Kobe died?" He's like, "Yeah, like helicopter." I'm like, what the fuck? Kobe did? Like what?
No, it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, but seriously, like for he was as like a basketball player, like that's one thing. Yeah. What I really started to appreciate about him was the stuff he was doing off the court. Like even when you talk about lending his voice. Okay, so the one thing I can say about Michael Jordan, like Jordan's greatness on the basketball court is like what it is, but I don't know if Jordan gave back to the game after basketball the way that Kobe was giving back. Like Kobe was like the OG.
I hate that assertion.
If I'm being real, I think that's the most important thing.
I don't know.
I hate that assertion.
But I don't know if he gave back to the game.
That's disrespectful to Michael Jordan, man.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Because even Michael Jordan embraced Kobe Bryant. So how can you say Michael Jordan didn't embrace the game when he embraced? Yes. Michael Jordan has always embraced Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. He's always embraced all of those guys, including Steph Curry, who he jokingly was like, he not a Hall of Famer, not yet. Like,
but
you know what I mean?
I don't think Michael Jordan lended his voice to everybody the way Kobe Bryant has, and that may be because when you look at Kobe, I think Kobe.
Yeah, I don't think he's discrediting Michael Jordan. I think he's just saying what did Michael do off the court for other people.
That's not like what I'm saying. I think that Kobe. When you look at Kobe, I think he was like one of the first stars of kind of like the new generation of basketball. So that may be because he's younger. you came straight out of high school, like you're younger, but still, like when I just think about, I don't think that Mike lended his voice to people the same way that Kobe Bryant lended his voice to people about, again, he might have put it in basketball terms, but just about life. And that's why I think people were so affected by Kobe Bryant's passing, because it's like, again, you see him being a father. It's not like, sometimes with like celebrity deaths, you find out the, circumstances behind you. Like, I mean, that's unfortunate that they passed away, but I'm not like shocked that this happened because you were doing X, Y, Z.
The world was shook.
But with Kobe, it's like, you were really out here being a father. And like, even with what Bron said, it looked like Kobe was happy. Like, it looked like he was happier being a father and, teaching this girl about the game of basketball than he was ever playing basketball. Yeah. And that's the unfortunate part when you talk about Kobe. At least for me, at least. So
he was doing what he does every day, and it was just an unfortunate situation. I agree.
Yeah, so when I think about Kobe memories, for me, like, the basketball stuff is one thing, but it's the stuff that he did off the court. It was like, every time Kobe spoke, I ran to, like, listen to it. It's like, oh shit, it's a new Kobe podcast. I have to hear it. The way I never ran to see him play basketball, but
That's
I would
real.
literally run to see, like, it's a Kobe documentary. Like, what is Kobe talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
So that's my favorite Kobe memories. Who he was off the court, personally.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite Kobe memory would probably be the series in which they came back and they beat the Suns and he dunked on Steve Nash. Because Steve Nash was my favorite player at that point in time, and literally Kobe just took my heart and ripped it out.
They won that series.
Didn't they win that series?
I think that's when they lost.
Didn't they come back? No, I feel like they came back and they won that series.
No, I think that was that.
Whichever series they came back and beat them in one series, didn't they?
You talking about when it was in 2010 when they was the conference finals?
One of them series when he came back and beat Steve Nash when Steve Nash was in Phoenix. I can't remember the specific year.
I think that was in like 2010, I think.
That moment, and also the moment when he dunked on Steve Nash. Because when he dunked on Steve Nash was literally my favorite player, and everybody that I knew that was a Kobe fan. Everybody that I knew that was a Kobe fan used to rub it in my face that Kobe annihilated that man.
Stop trying to take that charge, bro.
So that's my favorite Kobe memory. And also when he hit the shot over D Wade and Staples. At the end of that game, when he just kind of threw it up and banked it in, because D Wade is one of my favorite players. So like all of my favorite Kobe members are usually him destroying one of my favorite players.
Do you guys follow D Wade on Instagram?
Yeah.
Did you see his post about Kobe?
Yeah, man. There's some sad stuff, man.
Really heartfelt.
Yeah, man.
I don't follow no celebrities on Instagram.
Really?
I don't follow nobody that don't follow me.
Respectable. In the
Yeah.
words of Pavy, respectable. But anyways, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll move on, man. Gone but never forgotten, man. R.I.P. Kobe, R.I.P. Gigi,
God bless.
as well. So, anyways, let's go ahead. Let's talk Dame Lillard. The fans want to know, is Dame Lillard a top 3 MVP candidate?
At this moment in time, no. He's having a great season. If you remember, before the season, I predicted that Dame would win MVP. He's not gonna win MVP because the Blazers aren't good enough. I thought the Blazers would be better than what they were. I didn't know that they would get hit with injury the same way that they eventually got hit by injury on this season. But I think Dame is having the best season of his career. Like, of his career, I think he's having the best season of his career. Do I think he's a top 3 MVP candidate? Not at the moment because they aren't in the playoffs. I can't put a guy on it, even though I don't think MVP should be solely based off team success. I disagree with that. But you got to at least be in the playoffs.
Wait,
and right now
say
they're
that
not.
again?
I don't think MVP should be solely based off team success.
Oh.
Like, I think
it's that individual.
Yeah, like I think sometimes people get offensive. Like last year with Giannis and Harden, I said that Harden deserved over Giannis. I think Harden had a better individual season. I just think Giannis was the best player on the best team, and I don't think that's always fair to give the MVP award to somebody just because they're the best player on the best team. That being said, you do still have to win. They aren't winning enough. So I don't think he's a top 3 MVP candidate. No, not yet. But if they can get into the playoffs, then I would put him at 3rd. Because the season he's having is actually incredible. Like, the what he's done the past 10 games is he's playing some of the best basketball I've damn near ever seen a point guard play.
Even the past 3 games, his stats are versus Utah, 51 points, 2 rebounds, 12 assists. Versus the Lakers, 48 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists. On the Kobe Bryant tribute night, a monster performance. Versus Houston, 36, 10, and 11 assists. And he's been going crazy.
And it's more than just the scoring and the passing. Look at his turnovers. Like, he's doing all this and having 1 turnover, 2 turnovers, 3 turnovers. So, like, he's putting up the uses and the production and not turning the ball over. And then even Dame talked about, I think Dame has just figured out something in his game that allows him to be as best as he possibly can. I think he just figured it out. I think he's 29 years old. played however many seasons in league. Now I think he's just figured it out. It's not like it's real complicated. He don't do too much. He don't really like people say they don't like watching Harden play. He don't dribble too much. It's real simple moves. 1-2 shoot. 1-2 shoot. You double me, I'm pass the ball. And he's doing it in many different ways. Like he's coming down.
Steph Curry does it all the time, and you
no, he doesn't.
hate it.
No.
You hate it.
Steph Curry, no, hold on.
Steph
Curry has never done what Dame is doing right now, ever. He ain't going out there giving you 53. He's not going out there giving you. He's not going out there giving you
disrespectful to Steph Curry.
He's not going out there giving you 53 and 12. He's never been asked to do that. He just hasn't. He's been asked to do that one time in the finals.
He ain't asked to do that every night.
Who?
Dame.
On this team? Right now, yes he is.
Nah, man.
Right now, yes he
Dame
is.
got to go out and drop 50 every night.
Right now?
Come on, man.
He does.
I can't agree with that one.
He does. Because, now look, when they get all their guys back and they get healthy, granted, they get Nurk back, they get Zach Collins back. He can maybe ease off some of that offensive load. But right now, yes, he's doing what he's asked to do. Dame has to go out there and be incredible, especially with the schedule that they playing. I think they got Miami coming up. They got the Jazz coming up again. They have a tough schedule coming up.
Yeah.
Dame's is asked every night to go out there and do exactly what he's doing every single night. Yeah. He has to do it every single night. Yeah. And again, yes, Steph will go out there and give you 50, but he wouldn't ask to go out there and give you 13 assists. Look at them numbers. Look at that.
Look, man, I agree. He's having a great stretch. He's having a Kobe when they missed the playoffs that year kind of stretch. But that don't make you top 3 MVP voting. That don't make you the best player in the NBA. That just means you having a good stretch. He's not having a better season than the unanimous MVP did when the unanimous MVP was averaging 30 on damn near 90, 50, 40. I don't give a damn what you say. And Steph Curry was also averaging 6 assists and 5 rebounds at the same point in time. So let's not just act like Steph Curry was going out there averaging like 33 assists and 2 rebounds. Stop it. Stop it. Your hate for Stephen Curry has to end, bro.
Find me
your hate for Stephen Curry.
Find me a 10-game stretch by any point guard in the last 20 years that looked like that.
You know what happened? Usually Steph had dropped 35 and they was up by 30.
They had a great team. Exactly.
Get out of here.
They ain't not working with that team. Now look, I'm not saying the season's better. I'm not saying the season's better because the season is longer than just 10 games. But what Dame is doing in the past 10, 15 game stretch, I don't think I've ever seen a point guard, at least in my lifetime, do that over a stretch. Ever. I've seen Harden do it. I've seen Kobe do it. But a point, I personally, I ain't seen it. Yeah. Now again,
Stephen Curry exists.
You're
disrespecting Steph Curry. You're disrespectful to Steph Curry, G.
Gee, how many times has Steph even put up 48, 8, 9? How many times?
Why he got to put up 50 in order for him to be great?
Yeah, no,
that's not what I said.
With the team that Steph has been
that's never what I never said the man.
So now,
that's never what I said.
You a triple double fan. That's what you are.
Gee,
you a triple double fan. You're a goddamn triple double fan.
Yeah. If everybody could do it, they would do it. If everybody could do it, they would do it. If everybody could do it, they would do it.
You're a fan of stats.
And if everybody could do it, they would.
And he didn't have a triple double in every one of these games, though. So stop acting like he had a triple double in every one of these games.
Stop it. If everybody could go out there and put up. See, all the way. I ain't even saying about stats. Oh, he just putting up stats. If everybody could go out there and get you 52 points, have 13 assists, and win basketball games, I promise you they would do it.
He was still dropping 52 and they was getting their ass beat. And they was getting their ass beat. And they was getting their ass beat. He been dropping 50 all year and they been getting their ass beat.
And look,
stop comparing him to Stephen Curry.
Stop it. And this is exactly why I said Dame Lillard is having the best season of his career. And why I picked him to win MVP before the season. Now look, he's not going to win it.
Tell him to get his W.
He's not going to win it. It is Giannis' MVP to lose. And Giannis should actually win it unanimously for the season Giannis is having. But like I said, would I put him in top 3 voting right now? No, because they're not in the playoffs. I cannot put a player whose team is not who.
Dame.
Last year?
Yeah.
I don't think he was. I think I had it probably. I mean, if I'm thinking back, I know I had Harden number 1.
You think that this season is his best season?
Yes, his best season. His best season. Now, as far as like team, no.
Exactly.
His best season.
Yeah, okay.
His individual, yes. Yes, but again, no. He's right now, no. If they can push their way into the into the playoffs, I would change my opinion. Okay. But right now, no. But I will say this about Portland: if they can make it to the AFC, that's an AFC you don't want to play. I think that would be one of the more dangerous AFCs in recent memory. If they can get everybody back, get healthy, that's an AFC you don't really want to play. In my humble opinion. I think that would actually be a troubling matchup for the Lakers. I think they could make a series. I think they could make it very stressful. And in a game 7, I'm sorry, I trust Dame more than damn about everybody on that court. I'm sorry.
On that team?
If I need to score, if I need to score, if I need to get a bucket and score in a game 7,
is this really how Hoops and Brews is gonna go? Am I really gonna have to go heel and turn into a LeBron James fan? What the hell is wrong with you? You've been disrespecting LeBron literally for a whole year, G. What the hell is wrong with you, G?
I need somebody to score the basketball, to score. All
right, bro.
To score.
All right, bro.
There's nobody I trust on that floor more than Dame Lillard.
So disrespectful, G.
No, I'm not. I love LeBron.
You are mad.
I'm not. I love
G,
LeBron.
what?
But if I need somebody
you done
right
took
now,
your LeBron.
G, right now,
your LeBron slander been damn near at the level of my LeBron.
So what is your opinion?
I trust Dame Lillard more to get a bucket in the playoffs more than LeBron. Come on, man.
In the game 7,
that's the title of this episode. I trust Dame Lillard more than LeBron. That's the title of this episode.
That's
what you just said. That's what you just said. You said if I need
if I need a bucket in a game 7,
you trust Dame Lillard more than LeBron.
Yes.
You're wild.
Yes.
You're wild.
Yes.
You're
if
wild.
I need somebody to go out there and knock down and give me 50 points, I trust Dame more than I do LeBron. At this point right now, yes. I do.
Bro. All right, bro. I'm not even a LeBron fan, but this is blasphemy.
At this point right now.
Absolute blasphemy. Point
right now, I trust Dame more.
Stop it.
Yes.
I trust a guy that's 6'8", 250 pounds, that all he got to do is run headstrong to the rim. Even though he can't still get up the same way, he going to get a bucket more than the guy that's 6'1", that's been getting his ass locked up every single year in the playoffs for the past 3 years. Fuck out of here.
Hold on, I have a question for you. Who on the Lakers doing that today? The one question about the Lakers is their perimeter defense, which is why even before the season I said,
if LeBron James can't strap up Dame Lillard in a fourth quarter at the end of a game, then he need to retire.
I don't think
Then he need to retire.
Why would Bron even be guarding Dame?
You telling me they ain't got the defenders to defend him?
No.
Oh, so if you LeBron, you done strapped up before. Get your ass out there and strap up for 12 minutes. And if he can't do that no more, he might as well retire. Fuck out of here. What's wrong with you? Disrespecting LeBron like that. Come on, man. I don't even go that far.
I don't think it worked the way you think it worked.
Stop. What's wrong with you, G?
Also,
I don't even go that far. I don't even go that far.
That's a stretch.
Also, no, it's not. Also, Dame is playing so far away from the rim. So even what you gonna have to? What they gonna send a high screen up? You gonna double? He gonna make the right play?
So what happened when Iggy and Clay was tapping his pockets all last playoffs? What happened when Drew Holiday strapped that man up in a straitjacket and drove that man down to 405? What happened then?
3 years ago he got better. And
no,
also,
he didn't.
And also,
no, he didn't. The same thing happened every playoff.
Hold on. The Warriors have better last year. Have better perimeter defenders than what the Lakers have right now. I say a lot of shit about Clay Thompson. I never said the man couldn't play defense. Actually, I said he strapped up people before we just shorted him. I never said that. Who on the Lakers is as good of a perimeter defender as Klay Thompson and Iggy? Name me somebody. I told you from before the season, the one team, if I'm the Lakers, if I don't want to play, I think it's Houston or the Blazers. Why? Because the only question with the Lakers is their perimeter defense. If you need to go to the rim, obviously you got 80 down there, you got Dwight down there, you got JaVale down there. That's not going to work out the same. But if you pull enough from 30 feet,
yeah, it's deep, man. That's
the one question with the Lakers is like perimeter defense. And now you put in a reason with that Blazers team, who also I think has shown to be a great pickup for them. I think he adds an element of defense that they didn't have before. Also, he adds an element of corner 3-point shooting that they didn't have before, that they tried to have with Rodney Hood. But Rodney Hood can score better than Ariza, but I don't think he shoots from the corners better than Ariza, and he doesn't strap up the same. And they still got Melo that could get Nurk back. Whiteside been having a decent season. Get Zach Collins back. I think that could be a matchup problem for them.
Man, even the disrespect you doled out to Steph Curry. You didn't just disrespect Steph Curry and LeBron. I'm even comparing Steph Curry unanimous season. This is like it's not even close.
That's not
He's
what I
shooting
said.
the man out the gym.
He's
shooting the man out the gym. Double the amount of steals, more rebounds. Dame got him on assists right now. Stop it, man. You ain't never seen nothing like this before. Stop it, man.
Over a 10-game stretch, find me a stretch that had like this. Over a 10-game stretch. All you're going to see is Harden. Maybe Gilbert did it. Kobe. Find me a 10-game stretch like this. Find me one and I'll stop.
Okay. All right.
He was decent against him against the Nuggets.
All right.
He was good. He grabbed like 10 boards.
All right.
He grabbed like 10 boards against the Nuggets. And I think he had like 8 assists. He was fine.
All right. Okay.
CJ scored because that was his job to score. Dame was getting doubled. He made the right play.
Dame couldn't even win one game versus the Warriors without KD.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well,
and they gave up 17-point leads.
Unfortunately.
That's your team.
Listen, unfortunately. But also, I hate people mention this without KD. Like they still weren't a good team without KD. You miss KD, now you're back at a team basically who won 73 games. Ooh. Ooh. Exactly.
What?
You take KD off the roster. For the most part, you're back in a team that won 73
That's
games.
not back in the team that won
For the
73
most
games,
part.
because even you were the main one saying that they bench was nowhere near as good as they
No,
were
it wasn't.
back in the early days.
It
So
wasn't.
stop comparing them.
But you basically had the same team
Stop
again.
comparing
You
them.
basically had the
G.
same team again. And also,
How
and
you are
look,
the only
and look,
person I've
and
ever
look,
met
and
who
look,
can justify
and
losing
look.
4 straight games
They
when you
should've
had a
lost 4 straight
12-point lead in
games. They
each
should've
one of
lost-
them.
Look.
Stop it, man.
They shouldn't have lost 4
what?
straight games. Listen. Well, it's 3.
When
They
will
had a
it
lead-
end, bro?
They had a lead. What was it? 3? Was it 3 straight times? I think 3 straight times. It was.
They had a lead in every one of them
3 straight
games.
Yeah, but a double-digit lead was the last 3.
It don't
They
matter. They
should've
had a
lost that.
lead.
They should have lost that series. Not lost. They should have lost like
They
that.
shouldn't have
You
lost.
shouldn't
They
lose
should have
3
won a
straight-
game.
You shouldn't.
He got his ass strapped
You should
up.
not lose 3 straight games like that.
Yeah, I do agree with this last comment. Dame's a playoff choker, just like
He's
Harden.
not a choker.
But I mean,
Yeah,
but how
no,
far
that
does it
doesn't
go in
mean I hate when people think that just because you lost, you choke. That's not how it works. I've never watched Dame Lillard and said to myself, damn, he ain't show up. He might get strapped up. He might get locked up. Good defense happens.
I mean,
that happens.
You don't see Steph Curry get strapped up.
Yes, you do.
No, you
I saw him
don't.
have 12 points in the fucking finals game. Get strapped up by goddamn George Hill and Kevin Love in the finals.
He didn't
Glad
get
I don't have to
strapped
say
up.
anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
bad
so he
shooting.
didn't get strapped up?
When Harden have bad shooting games, you call them bad shooting games. He had a bad shooting game.
No,
That's what he did.
and
he had a bad shooting
They were
game.
doubling him every
He
time
had
off
a
the
bad
screen.
shooting
They were
game.
doubling him every time off the screen, and he got
Bad
strapped up.
shooting game.
He got strapped up.
Did he score
I've
2 of the
seen
whole
Steph-
series?
G,
Did
Steph got strapped
they
up
not
the whole
win any
Rockets
game?
series.
Did they not win the game?
The whole
Did they not win the
Rockets
game?
series, Steph got strapped up.
I'm sorry. Including the game in Houston when he hit the 3 and walked up on their ass. He got strapped up then. He got strapped up then. They strapped him up then. They strapped him up then when he sent to there or
In
no.
that game he was nice.
Fuck out of
In
here.
that game he was
Stop,
nice.
bro.
It was 6 games in the series. It had to get to game 6.
Stop comparing these small-time guys to the all-time
He had to get
guys.
to that.
Dame
He had to
is-
get to
stop
that.
comparing
And
the
who the fuck
small-time
Dame playing
to
with
the
like Clay?
all-time.
Who Dame playing with like Clay?
Now all of a sudden it matter who Dame playing with like Clay when we talking about them losing 4 games straight in a playoff series.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that
Okay.
shit, man.
But look,
I don't want to hear that
I
shit.
hate when people
I
say.
don't want to hear that shit,
I
man.
hate when people say just because you lost, you choked. That's not how it works. Choking is when you go up there and you don't perform.
his
Period.
ass
No, I
Choking.
strapped
Look. Here's choking, right? Okay. Harden, when you go out there and what you had the 12 assists, not 12 assists, 12 turnovers. Why the hell you got 12, 13 turnovers? That don't make no sense.
Why the hell
When
you
Braun
lose
went out-
double-digit
listen,
lead?
Stop.
But that's only-
Stop. When Braun went out there and scored 8 points in the finals, that's choking. 8 points, not supposed to have 8. 8, no.
That's not choking.
8 G.
That wasn't
man.
choking.
Eight.
I can't
That
agree.
literally wasn't choking.
8 G.
It wasn't choking.
Now look.
Because
Now
D
look.
Wade had a good game that game. Bosh
8
had a
points.
decent game that
8.
game.
You're not supposed
They
to have
ran
8.
a zone and
You're
he
not
didn't know
supposed
what to
have 8.
do.
You're not supposed to have 8 points.
It don't fucking
8
matter.
points. Now look,
They
I
ran a
understand-
zone
I
and he didn't
understand
know
that-
what to do.
I
And D
understand-
Wade and
I
Chris Bosh
understand they
still
played
had a
good
good
defense.
game.
I
The same way
understand
when
they
you say
played
Steph
good
Curry
defense.
had a bad game, I'm telling you, they ran some defensively out. He had one bad game and it didn't happen
I
again.
understand you played good
Stop,
defense.
G.
8 points not supposed to
Braun
happen.
choked the whole series. He didn't. That one game ain't the only reason why he choked.
I think the thing that they're
Stop
trying to say
it.
is it's a matter of consistency, man. Not so much as I don't want to say like it's like an individual thing. I'm not saying that Dame himself is that much of a joker, but how far do they go in the playoffs?
Conference finals. It's not far.
Well,
And you lost to the Warriors.
And you got
Who
swept
beat the
G,
Warriors?
with no
that's,
KD.
that's what I'm saying.
Who gives a fuck? They still are a good
They
team.
didn't get
Nobody's saying that they were a bad
game
team.
though,
That's
G, and
dope.
they had a lead in every game.
You should not lose the lead. I agree. That's bad.
That's
You
what
should
it is.
not lose the lead.
You don't
But
consider
if
that
you-
to be choking though?
No.
What?
They were a good team.
So
The Warriors a good ass team.
I'm not. Nobody's.
They were still better than the Blazers. For instance, look, I thought the series would go 6. Never once did I think the Blazers would win series. Ever. Now, granted, you should not lose 3 straight double-digit leads. No.
Going 6 and getting swept is a completely different
I
game.
understand that. But also, again, with
Completely
sweeps.
different.
But also, again, with
Completely.
sweeps. But also, even we've had this conversation about sweeps. How did you get swept?
And I keep telling you,
How
it
did
don't
you get
matter.
swept?
Moral
Now
victories
look,
are for
now
minor
look,
league
now
coaches.
Say
Now look,
Listen
did
to
you
the
get,
guy.
now look, did you get land-based 4 straight times and look like you didn't even compete? Or did it come down to the stretch and one or two things didn't go the right
I mean,
place?
shit, they might as well got land based it if
They
you
didn't get
goddamn
land
go out there
based.
and
They didn't get land-
you
they didn't-
cough up a
they did
goddamn
not
lead
get- they
in
did
the
not
fourth
get
quarter every
land-based.
time.
They did not get land-based 4 straight times.
Get your ass
They did not
stripped
get
on. Get
land-based
your
4
ass
straight
stripped
times.
going for the last shot of the game. Come on,
Good defense by
man.
Iggy. Good defense by Iggy. Is Iggy not a good
Look,
defender?
I got mad
Talk about
respect.
the trade deadline.
I got mad respect for Dame. But I said it like 3 weeks ago up until Dame had this little stretch that in this run he been on. I literally said the album has been better than the season. The season finally caught up
I
to the
disagree
album.
with that.
And-
I disagree
and
with
you
that.
were wrong.
I thought the
And you
no,
were wrong.
G, I thought the Blazers
And you
were
were
hurt.
wrong.
I thought the Blazers were hurt. They had one injury too many. Also, they needed another wing defender. And I think that again, if they can, it's like, look, will they make the playoffs? I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Honestly, it's gonna be very, very tough. Reason being is they ain't gotta keep this up, as well as the fact they got a tough schedule, and they can't afford to lose too many games.
Who should
from here on out.
Who should get benched when Nurkic returns?
Nobody. Nurkic should come off the bench and play 20 minutes. His leg was halfway off his body. How are you gonna walk back on the court after being all for a year
Literally.
and think you just finna walk out here and
I
start?
don't think he should start, but I do think I think by the playoff time he should start.
I disagree with that.
Why?
I think it depends on
Who's
matchup.
that? What do you mean?
I love Whiteside. Did you not see what Whiteside did to Gobert?
Yeah,
Yesterday?
but I need somebody that's gonna be consistent. Yusef Nurkic is consistent, and also I don't know if Hassan Whiteside gonna be on this team by the end of the trade deadline.
I think he will.
I don't know.
I think he will.
I don't know.
I think he will.
I think
because
they're gonna try to flip him for somebody, and I wouldn't be surprised if a guy like a Kevin Love ended up in Portland. Which, in case if that happens, Love, Nurkic, Melo.
If that happens, that's great.
Love, Nurkic, Melo, CJ, Dame. That's a decent lineup.
If that happens, that's great. But I think Love is a trade that you're gonna more so see in the offseason because I don't think that the Blazers have the assets that Cleveland would be satisfied with trading Kevin Love for. Like you can be trading him for basic.
Well, no, Whiteside's deal expires this year.
Yes.
So that's 27. No, and what Kevin Love getting paid like $35 million. That's $35 million off your cap.
Yes, but
and when they in the luxury tax when LeBron was there.
Yeah, but they out of it now. Man. I think you want to pick. Now, granted, then you would be banking on if the Blazers don't make the playoffs. I think you want to pick. I think that Love is a deal that probably gets done in the offseason. Just because of how much money it is, I think that's a deal that probably gets done in the offseason. I don't think Whiteside leaves because Whiteside's actually having a really good season. Like, you can't name 10 centers in the league having a better season than Whiteside.
No, I mean, I've seen Hassan Whiteside play this year in person. He actually gave me, did he, who did you interviewed him, right?
Yeah.
I saw him too in person this, play this year as well. And I believe in the second half, he had like 12 points and 17 rebounds or something like that versus the Clippers. So he can be potent, but he's not consistent. And that's the only thing about it. That's also the reason why if they get in the series with Bron and the Lakers, as much as my heart and as much as my usual LeBron anti-fandom would want me to say that the Lakers would lose in 7, I don't think it's going 5.
I wouldn't say they would lose, but I do think the Blazers can make it as stressful as possible, and I wouldn't want to go into a game 7 with Dame, but I would still pick the Lakers in 6. But I think the Blazers can make that series very stressful. I think they could because, again, the one question I have with the Lakers is their perimeter defense. I have no other questions besides their perimeter defense. If you got to go to the paint to score, you're fucked. But if you're going to be out there pulling up from 30 feet, 28 feet, and we got CJ out there who can wear somebody out as well, then that's when I'm okay.
Yeah, but we have 7 games to game plan for you.
I understand that.
Same. All I'm literally doing is watching tape of what they did last year with the Warriors. We running them same defensive sets and actions, and we're gonna have similar personnel on the floor. We're gonna take that man out of his game. We're gonna make him pass to the rest of them dudes, and we're gonna make Carmelo Anthony win this playoff series.
I think
and I'm not banking. Melo ain't got a moment to be better than LeBron. Melo ain't got no more moments of being better than LeBron. That ended his rookie season when he made the playoffs, and LeBron didn't. That was it. That's the only moment he had that was better than LeBron.
No, but I do
not happening. And also the NCAA championship because LeBron didn't get one. Man, we can't even tell no more Kobe to Duke jokes.
We can. I mean, like, Kobe stories are like the new Nipsey quotes now.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody about to have a Kobe story.
Yeah.
Like, somebody showed me a story yesterday. I don't know if it was true about the Luke Walton allegedly came to practice hungover, and then Kobe dropped 70 on him in practice and told nobody don't help him. I don't know if it's true. I saw it on Twitter. I don't know if it's true. It sounds realistic. It sounds realistic like that might have happened.
He dropped 70
on him in practice and told nobody don't help him because Luke came in hungover. It sounds realistic, but I don't know if it happened. Sounds realistic though. Sounds very realistic.
That's funny. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's move on to the next topic. The fans want to know what is the best deal for the Warriors. I don't really think they should make a deal. I think they purposefully have set Steph Curry out to make sure that they can clinch a losing season. I think that they kind of realized once he got
that anyway.
Huh? I don't know about that. I think if he would have played this year, I think that they would be in a similar position as the Blazers, in which I don't think you tank and you want to sell the season. But I think once he got hurt, it was kind of like, all right, we already weren't that good. Everybody's hurt. Draymond has been hurt on and off this year. D'Lo's been hurt on and off this year. It's kind of like, all right, if we got the worst record in the league, we can damn near guarantee ourselves a top 5 pick. This draft class is loaded. So I don't really think they should make a trade. I think you make a trade draft night, depending on who you want to take. And depending on who you want to take, that's how you make that trade. I think D'Lo is perfect trade bait on draft night. I think he's like, it's be a ton of teams that'll want to be able to hop up and get him, especially depending on how the season shake out and who gets eliminated, who doesn't make the playoffs, what the top 5 picks are going to be. Because if I'm the Warriors, I'm looking at his name is Wiseman, right? I'm looking at him as like, yo, that's who we want. That's gonna be our new guy in the middle. He gonna help Steph Curry and Klay Thompson play an extra 3 years. And we can get rid of D'Lo, and if they want to trade Draymond, but if they want to get rid of D'Lo,
center would help Steph play.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Steph has never ever played with a dominant center.
Yeah, I think we know the ball.
He's never played with a dominant center. I think he wants somebody to pass to. Like this is even the thing with like LeBron and Dwight. LeBron has never played with a big man like Dwight. Like Shaq was too old at that point in time. LeBron has never played with a big man like Dwight, like a true rim roller, screen setter, lob threat at any point in time.
Exactly. Tristan was a lob.
I don't want to hear that shit. Tristan Thompson don't compare to goddamn G.
He's not Dwight. He's not Dwight.
G.
He's not Dwight. But Tristan was a run roller.
Can you stop disrespecting Dwight Howard?
I'm not disrespecting
Can you
Dwight
stop?
Howard.
You're disrespecting Dwight Howard by putting Tristan Thompson in the same conversation as that man.
I'm just like stopping you on your words. You said he's never played with a.
He has not played with a Dwight Howard.
He has not.
Dwight Howard right now is better than Tristan Thompson than ever been.
He had.
Get out of here.
Hey man.
He is.
Hey man. Tristan.
Stop it. Stop it.
Also Tristan on trade ball for the Cavs too.
I don't give a goddamn. The point being, put Steph Curry with a prime Dwight type of character. Put him with an Amari Stoudemire type of. We forget Steph Curry averaged 8 assists before. We forget that. We literally people forget that, and then because Steve Kerr has made him a shooting guard for the past 3 years, people forget that he can actually pass the goddamn basketball. Go get that big man, because there's nobody else in that draft his draft class that's really gonna satisfy their needs as an organization. They really, I'm seriously, you don't go like LaMelo doesn't fit on this team.
I don't think.
RJ Hampton doesn't fit on this team.
Obi Toppin.
No, I'm going to get Wiseman.
I think Anthony Edwards.
I'm going to get Wiseman. I'm going to get the guy that everybody has said is the number 1 pick. The guy that ain't got no NCAA mileage on his body, and we can work with that man, and we ain't got to worry about him coming in with little knick-knack injuries or anything like that.
I think Anthony Edwards might try to be better than him, but that's just fine.
I mean, that's fine. But still, if I'm the Warriors, they do a great job at drafting and scouting. I'm sure whoever they get with that top 5 pick is going to be very valuable. And at that point, then I evaluate my trade options and see what I can do. Because for all we know, they might want to trade down and trade D'Lo while they're trading down as a part of a package. So I don't really think they need to be in a rush. What are you in a rush to trade for? You're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
you're not going anywhere.
I'm with you. I don't think you need to make a trade. I honestly don't even think you need to even use your pick, because the thing I'm thinking about is like Steph, Klay, Draymond, those guys really not even getting no younger, honestly. So I mean, you've heard the name Cat flown around. Now, granted, the T-Wolves don't necessarily want to trade Cat, but if you end up getting, if like you could offer the 3rd pick and D'Lo or something like that, maybe you might come up off Cat or something like that. Maybe Drummond got to opt in for this to happen, but you don't know with Drummond, there are other guys that you still could go get that could maybe satisfy the Warriors' needs. But I don't think you have to make a trade unless you get something that you just can't pass up. Unless somebody's gonna give you like let's say the Timberwolves wanted to give you a 1st-round pick. Reason being, the Timberwolves pick is gonna be so high that if you got 2 1st-round picks, you could probably pretty much 2 lottery picks. You could kind of flip that for damn near anything you wanted to in the league with any struggling, like any starters that's on a struggling team. If you want to add, you could do that. But I don't think you.
Yeah, but what, to a team with D'Lo and Wiggins? That sounds disgusting.
We just got a comment saying.
No,
something.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about like if the Warriors,
I mean, yeah, but if you got D'Lo, Wiggins, and then 2 lottery, they'd be trading.
Can you admit that Andrew Wiggins is still Andrew Miggins?
He's good.
Good.
He's good. You got to realize 2 things.
They've lost 14 games in a row.
I mean, look, G. I wouldn't see them play in person. It's a lot wrong with them besides just them.
That's a hard justification.
Hey, bro, it's a lot wrong. For one, they don't have a point guard. 2, they don't have a point guard. They really got 3 people all playing the same position as far as Wiggins, Culver, and Covington. Josh Okogie should actually be starting. He's actually their best perimeter defender, even over Robert Covington, in my humble opinion. Cat was missing half the damn time. So even when Wiggins hit that slump Cat was out, and I think somebody in Wiggins' family passed away as well. That.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to hear that. My condolences.
Yeah, that was like I didn't know about. Also, we had fucking Jeff Teague there, who is not the best point guard. He's more of a scoring guard. I think he was hurt at first in the beginning of the season. So it's a little bit more than just Wiggins as to why the T-Wolves ain't good. It's a lot of reasons as to why the T-Wolves ain't good. A lot of them. But I'm with you. I don't think the Warriors need to make a move with D'Lo unless they get somewhere it's like, wow, we can't pass this up. I don't think they need to make a move with D'Lo right now.
Everybody's saying that D'Lo needs to be traded.
Also, I would just like to see what it look like. I want to see what D'Lo, Clay, and Steph look like. I kind of do want to see what it looks like. I kind of want to see.
I mean, D'Lo has been, when he has been out there, he's played well. They don't win when he plays.
Play cool. He'll have like stretches in games in which he'll eat.
I mean, he's actually like averaging career highs across the board though.
He is.
Yeah, he is. If you look at his numbers, I was watching it the other night, and they put up the graphic, and D'Angelo Russell is literally averaging, pretty much career highs across the board. He is averaging the most points he's ever averaged, 23.8. He's only averaging the most points that he's ever averaged. He's shooting better from three than he has ever had, and he's shooting equally as much as he has from the field goal range. He's taking the most shots. He's taking 19.2 shots a game right now.
People just mad at his defense when it comes to the Warriors. People just mad at his defense, which is again, you got to see what Clay is when he comes back. If Clay comes back, he's still the same defender, then you don't really need to look for defense because you got Clay out there. But if Clay comes back and he's lost a step defensively because maybe the ACL made you a little bit slower, so you don't move loudly the same, then that's when you would probably need to go look for defense because, I mean, you can't have three guys on the court one of them got to be an elite defender.
I agree.
Especially with Draymond getting older and aging.
Yeah, but anyways, let's go ahead and let's talk about. A fan asked us, should the NBA replace the dunk contest with a one-on-one contest?
No.
Yes.
I think the dunk contest, no.
Oh, wait, replace it. No.
Should they add one? I would like to see
That's
it.
what I was going to say.
I would like to see it.
Yeah, but how many players would you put? Like, how would you set this up?
Probably like 10 players.
10 players, one-on-one games
more.
to what?
You need more because that's just...
You gotta keep it small. You gotta keep it small. You gotta keep it small. Yeah. Literally, like.
Is 20 too much to ask though?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
a
a long
lot.
event, bro.
That's a long event.
It's a long event, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Like 5 one-on-one games to 11.
I say you could do king of the court. King of the court. Pick like 10 guys and do a king of the court.
That might be a long king of the court.
Yeah, that's a lot of people too.
Not if you eliminate everybody.
I mean, that's anticipating that you're gonna perform better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Especially if you pick that elite 10. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, like what if somebody's really... Yeah, I mean, what if they really strapping up out there?
And who would y'all pick for that 10? Like, how would you select
Kevin
those 10?
Durant, I mean...
Like, how would you go about selecting is what I mean? Like, the person that...
Pick from the All-Stars.
I mean, well, no, I'm sure that they would have to have guys that want to volunteer.
In a one-on-one situation, man.
It would have to be like the dunk contest.
I mean, yeah.
It would have to be like the dunk contest. Yeah. It would have to be like the dunk contest.
Yes, but
where they allow people to volunteer for it. They go to all the stars, and if the stars don't want to do it, they allow. But that's the only part about it because you can wind up getting some weak people in there, and then I don't want to see that. At least with the dunk contest,
that's why I said pick from the All-Stars.
4 of them.
That's why I said pick.
That's your best.
That's why I said pick from the All-Stars.
That's your best bet.
Because I do not want to see all these people in isolation. I'm straight.
I just don't know how you would select for the one-on-one. That's my biggest thing.
Replace the dunk contest, though. No, I'm not with that.
Yeah,
I honestly think that this year's dunk contest is going to be pretty damn good.
I think the dunk contest, we've had a couple duds. Well, last year was a dud.
Who was in it last year?
Exactly, dud. It was
Exactly.
a dud.
The thing about it is, it's just...
Wasn't it in LA too? Didn't we go last year?
No, that was
2 years ago. Okay.
The thing about dunk contest is, at this point, we've done a lot that humans... We've basically exhausted the human body when it comes to doing dunks. Like, we've actually kind of exhausted the human body when it comes to doing dunks. But I think this year has a chance to be really good. When you got Derrick Jones Jr., he can fly.
Yeah.
You got, Dwight can come back and bring some excitement back to it. Aaron Gordon, and my sleeper is Pat Connaughton.
Yeah, I saw Pat Connaughton is in the dunk contest. I'm not rocking. I'm not rocking. Pat
Connaughton got springs. He's just white. So people think that he can't jump. And that's exactly why he's my sleeper. Pat Connaughton, you need to come out and immediately do a 360 windmill. Want to know why? Because you're white and people think you can't jump. So they have reservations about you. Pat Connaughton got springs.
Pat Connaughton coming out and putting up 235.
Nah, I don't think so,
Watch.
G. I don't think so, G.
Watch.
I don't think so, bro.
Watch.
Hey, man, look, G. Again.
All right, actually, let's do. You want to do a bottle bet?
All right.
Well, actually,
I bet he makes the final round.
I bet you a bit. All right, cool. A small ball of Jameson. He's not gonna make it to the final round.
Yes.
No, he's not. He's gonna be the first one eliminated.
Nah, bro. Nah,
he's gonna be the first one eliminated.
Here's why, G. This is the one time where another. He's white, right? So Derrick Jones Jr. People have seen Derrick Jones Jr. do things like you've seen him fly me a game.
Yeah.
So I think people expect a lot from Derrick Jones Jr. You also expect a lot from Aaron Gordon.
Pat Connaughton got the 2K dunk package. 4.
I'm telling you,
with the jumping ability on 83.
I'm telling you, G.
And now y'all think he belongs in the dunk
Pat
contest.
Connaughton gonna come out and do. He need to come out and do like some like crazy windmill, do like some very nice solid dunk. Somebody like Derrick Jones Jr. gonna try something crazy, miss the fuck out they dunk. He gonna make his. He gonna do something decent in the second round. I'm telling you, he gonna make it to the final round. Pat Connaughton is my sleeper pick for the dunk contest because he's white and people don't think he can jump.
Who did you pick in that 3-point contest?
Paul George. That did not go correctly. PG, you let me down, bro. You let me down, bro. I need to mention that to you one day when I see you. How much you let me down? How much you let me down in that fucking 3-point contest? I'll picture you and that man had 8. Man went out there and had like 70,000 views of me seeing this man get 8. On the damn 3-point contest.
Oh my god!
But no, yeah, Pat Connaughton is my sleeper pick. I think this dunk contest is gonna be pretty damn good.
I agree. I think it'll be decent. I think I'm kind of upset that Dwight is there this year.
I'm not.
He can't jump like that no more.
Not anymore.
But here's what he can do. He's teammates with LeBron James. So you can have LeBron come out there and do some shit with you and throw a lob and just get people excited just because LeBron threw some shit.
Unless LeBron is doing Dwight's dunks for him, I don't want to see that.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
If LeBron dunked the ball, put it through the rim, and then pass it to Dwight by the time he hit the ground, and then Dwight dunk it, then cool. Other than that, I don't want to see that.
It might happen like that.
It's not gonna happen.
You know, he's also unfortunate. I think Dwight wanted Kobe to be a part of his part of his routine, which sucks.
R.I.P. Beam. Man.
But again, that's why you can go out there and like ask like, "Yo, Bron, help me out, bro." Throw it out the shot clock or some shit like that, and everybody gonna get excited just because they see Bron. Like Bron got up. Tell you, he need to get Bron from the crowd. Bron gonna be there. Bring him out from the crowd. Everybody,
a little ass fit.
Everybody gonna do this.
Bron, no. Bron gonna be there with the goddamn jeans on, a hoodie with a suit jacket on.
Bring his ass on the court.
No, but also, you know what? You know why I realized that the NBA players do that? Because it's a rule that if you injured and you sitting on the bench, you gotta wear a suit jacket. So that's why they just put the suit jacket on over their hoodies. Because like Pat Bev, I guess, like during that Hawks game, he like had a sweatsuit on and he just came out with a tuck. I mean, with the suit jacket on, and like the announcers was like, "Which assistant coach do you think he got that tuck? that suit jacket on?"
Probably Ty Lue.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, moving on. Clint Capela. Where should Clint Capela get traded? The Rockets are looking to move their big man after they've been going with their small ball lineup, which has seen some success.
It's the fact that somebody got to go, and they value Clint the less, and they don't really have any room to make a trade unless they trade somebody with Clint. Like Clint getting paid, I think $14 million a year. Easy getting money, Harden getting money, Russ getting money.
I trade him, to be honest. I don't understand why he's the guy that keeps escaping this. He's never healthy.
He's the guy that keeps escaping this because of the range that he has. He's like the range that he has, and he's another guy who can put the ball on the floor and get to the cup. Outside of him and they got Rivers who can do it as well, but EG is probably the best at it. And when you go small, he's a decent post defender because like he's pretty big. Like he looks like a linebacker. So that's why they value EG over Capela. I'm assuming they think anybody could be Clint Capela because we don't ask him to do much. We asked him to catch lobs, occasionally make a pass on the short roll, and rebound when Harden missing. But Daniel House had 14 rebounds yesterday.
Yeah, where are they trying to trade him to?
I've heard Boston come up. I've heard Atlanta come up. No, it does. You could trade like Marcus Smart and trade like Robert Williams or something like that. Also, I've heard that they want to, let's say...
The Hawks for who?
For the 2 first-round picks they got. Eat one of the salaries they got, like Allen Crabbe, and flip those picks to Minnesota because they want 2 first-round picks for Covington, and then somehow figure out how to get Iggy.
What? I'm talking to you about the Rockets.
That's 3-team trade. They really want Robert Covington.
They trying to do a 3-team trade with the Hawks?
I'm assuming that's what they want because the Hawks have 2 first-round picks this year, and the T-Wolves want a first-round pick for Covington. The Rockets don't have any for like a couple years.
The Rockets are going to trade for Robert Covington, and it's going to be the biggest mistake they ever made.
But they also trying to bring in Iggy with them, though. That's the thing.
But they're going to get annihilated in the playoffs on the block. They won't be able to defend Jokic. They won't be able to defend Anthony Davis. They really won't even be able to they won't even have the size down low to be able to contend with the Clippers, especially if the Clippers are trying to trade for Drummond.
What they're planning,
they're not good. They can,
I'm just saying.
It's
I don't
not
necessarily think
go
it's the
well
best idea. But they also want a backup center with that. So let's say you can get Alex Len away. You think that if you're going to play him like 20 minutes a game anyway, because he's not going to be like Capela don't really play like 35 minutes. He played like 28, 29 minutes, sometimes 25 minutes. You think you can get Alex Len like, hey, bro, catch a lob, rebound a little bit, block a shot every now and then.
But why do the Timberwolves need with Clint Capela?
They don't. The Hawks. It would give Trae Young a lob threat. And they trying to move allegedly they trying to move John Collins. I don't know what they're going to move him for, but allegedly they trying to move John Collins.
Okay.
I don't see what
the Hawks have Brooklyn's first round pick.
They got their own too.
Yeah, they do. But if I'm the Hawks, I'm not trading my first round pick. Well, they already got a young team. For Clint Capela,
you can put a restriction on
it. I mean, unless they want this Brooklyn pick, I don't know if I'm trading Clint Capela for my regular pick. My regular pick gonna be a top 5 pick.
So put a protection on it.
I don't want to give that away at all. Like,
put a protection.
At the worst, it's gonna be an 8th pick. No, I don't want to give that away.
I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna get that away for Clint Capela. Listen, I could mess around and get Wiseman, and then we have Wiseman
at the 8th spot. No, you're not.
Huh?
At the 8th spot.
No, not at the 8th spot. But they got the second worst record in the league.
Put a protection on it, like I just said.
I don't want to. You're missing my point. I don't want Clint Capela. I would rather go and get Wiseman and try to and get rid of Collins and try to build around that than have to worry about getting Clint Capela. No, Clint Capela doesn't make me a better team. A guy that can come in and be a generational talent can make me a better team.
Yeah, but
he's not a generational talent.
Yeah, but
if they want the Brooklyn pick, you can have that. But other than that, you're not getting my first round pick. Kiss my ass. I'm sorry, Hawks.
But I think they got a pick.
I'm sorry, Timberwolves. Kiss my ass.
They got a pick
my first round pick.
They got a couple picks in the future. I think they got Cleveland.
They got OKC's first round pick in 2022.
Yeah,
and
they got a couple picks that they could spare. They do have a couple picks that they could spare.
Yeah, but they all second rounders, other than OKC's and Brooklyn's pick.
All right. That's the first round pick, so you can put your pick lottery protection or something like that, and delay it for a couple years. There are things that you could do. Now, I think what the Rockets think that they're going to do is the one thing I've noticed is like it shouldn't work them going small, but when you have Russ, a guy who is been one of the best rebounders at his position, he kind of for one offsets the fact that you're small. Harden's a good rebounder as well. He offsets the fact that you're small. You think that if you guys go and game rebound, maybe face guard somebody and game rebound, you will be okay. And also it brings with Capela in the paint, it kind of claws up the paint, obviously because he's not going to go outside of the paint. But with Russ there, if you play 5 out, it gives you driving lanes. So you think that you can just go 3 for 2 with everybody and win. Now, I don't know how successful that would be. But again, that's why you would also want Alex Len to come back to your team in any deal that you did. They do still want a center.
The Rockets are first round exit. I'm sorry.
It depends. It depends on matchup.
It depends on matchup.
Depends on matchup.
Them trying to pull off this BS trade already lets me know that they're first round exit
depends on matchup.
Because Mike D'Antoni gonna call himself trying something he never tried before, and they gonna get their ass painted out the gym. The other team gonna run sets, and all we gonna do is attack. And I don't give a damn if Alex Len out there. Barbecue chicken, as Shaq would say. Barbecue chicken.
We assume we going 3 for 2.
I'm putting Jokic down there. Barbecue chicken.
We assume we going 3 for 2.
If Drummond is on the Clippers, barbecue chicken. If Trez is on the Clippers, barbecue chicken. If Zubac is on the Clippers, barbecue chicken. If Anthony Davis is still healthy, barbecue chicken.
Probably. But again,
barbecue Dwight, barbecue chicken. Gobert, barbecue chicken.
We assume we going 3 for 2. We assume
Whiteside, barbecue chicken.
Listen, we assume we gonna give up that down low. But on the other end, when you got to go out there and guard the corner, if you collapse, it's a pass out for a corner 3. We assume we want somebody like what is Robert?
Do you know what they say about making assumptions? You make an ass out of yourself every time.
That's
what they gonna do. Make an ass out of themselves.
What does Robert Covington shoot from the corners? For 3, he's shooting 37%, which is not good. What does he shoot from the corners? From the corner, he shoots 37%. So we think if we got a 37% corner 3-point shooter, the highest he shot from the corner is 44%, but he's never really taken that many. The most he's taken from the corner is when he played in Houston his first year. He took 36% of his 3 from the corner and shot 50% on them. So we assume if we can get a guy like that, game rebound, all of them going to rebound. Again, for some weird fucking reason it works. I don't know why. Some weird reason it works. It works for some weird reason.
That's a regular season strategy.
I'm just saying.
They need to fire Mike D'Antoni.
Well, I mean, his contract runs out at the
No,
end of this year.
I don't care. Fire him now.
No, don't fire him now. Not good enough to fire. They're not bad enough to fire him now.
I think he's grasping at straws right now. I really do. And I think all of this stuff they doing is gimmicks. And Daryl Morris talked about how bad he wanted to beat the Warriors. It's sad that the Warriors got to not make the playoffs for them to be able to beat the Warriors, because this roster is not a good constructed roster. It's a terribly constructed roster.
It's not terribly constructed.
And they don't run a system that is conducive to winning championships. RIP Kobe Bryant. He said it last year. I agree with him.
No, Kobe said that when Chris Paul was hurt. If you look at the rest of the quote, he said now when Chris Paul gets back and you have somebody else, then they have a
Chris
shot.
Paul is a Russell Westbrook.
But listen, they said Harden with the way he's playing right now, no, he can't win. But when Chris Paul comes back, what's the next part of that quote? Everybody else hates Harden, so they cut out that piece and post it all over the internet.
No, because he said Chris Paul allows you to have another ball handler on the floor.
Exactly. So
Russ is not. Russ is in scorer mode, man. Russ is not playing point guard anymore.
I disagree with that.
He's not.
I disagree with that. Even though, even when you look at, I disagree with that. Even when you look at Russ, I think he's playing some of the smartest basketball he's played in his career right now.
Smart basketball don't make you a point guard.
No, but I think he's making the passes that he needs to make. I don't think I don't see him forcing anything. Honestly, I rarely ever see Russ force any thing now. Mostly it's because ain't nobody in the paint. You can't stay in front of him. He don't even got moves like that. It's a quick 1-2, get to the rim. You can't stay in front of me. Yeah. Which is also why they don't want Capela. Now look, I understand the thinking of it. They need another wing defender. Badly. But they have to either trade Gordon or Capela. And they think that they value Gordon over Capela. Is that the right thing? Who knows? But they value Gordon over Capela. They think we can get a
currently they're matched up with Utah, and they don't have home court advantage. They're going to get eliminated in the first round. Whether they play Utah, Denver, Dallas, or OKC, the Rockets will not survive the first round. Remember, I told you
I think the only team,
especially if they trade Clint Capela,
the only team that I will give them that I would say could for sure beat them in the first round of that is Dallas, and that's because Porzingis. If Porzingis can go back to being somewhat of who I think he is, and also I think Dallas kind of has the same team as the Rockets, but they have a size advantage at every position. The thing about the Jazz, I love Gobert, but if you bring him out to the perimeter the whole game, you think you don't even have to worry about Gobert because he's not in the paint.
I'm not worried about him being on the perimeter. I'm really not. If I'm the Rockets, if y'all gonna shoot 40% from three for the whole series and beat me that way, fine.
You talking about the Jazz?
Huh?
You mean?
I'm sorry. If I'm the Jazz, if you gonna spread me out and shoot threes all over the place, fine. We'll see how long that lasts. I've seen James Harden's work. I've seen his work.
But also, the thing about that is, with now you have Russ who can get to the rim at will. So if Gobert is in the corner guarding somebody,
yeah, but the Jazz have the bodies to go small.
Yeah, exactly, and look, that's what the Rockets are counting on you to be like, oh damn, we can't play your big. Now we got to go small.
And actually, if I'm them, I'm playing my big.
I would too.
Our lineup is small anyway. Rudy, stand your ass out there. Stay 6 feet away from whoever in the corner. And when they catch the ball, just jump in there.
He's not gonna be able to get back.
It don't matter. Contest. You telling me these 35, 36, 37% corner 3-point shooters gonna win me gonna win you a playoff series?
I don't disagree.
Be my guest.
I do not disagree with what you're saying. I'm just saying that this is what they thinking. Now, will it work? I don't know. But that's what they. I get what they think. Will it work? I don't know. We'll see. It's a small sample size. It's only been against the Mavericks without Luka. Who did they beat? I think they beat the Jazz, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and they beat the Pelicans. Not like they played some great amount of competition. They played the Lakers on, I think, Thursday. I think then we'll get a better seeing of how this all works when they play against a team like the Lakers. But I'm just saying what they think. I would love him to be able to get Marcus Smart as well. I don't think that's going to happen, but I would love him to be able to get Marcus Smart as well.
Then I like Marcus Smart. If Boston, if you trade Marcus Smart away for Clint Capela, you deserve to lose in the first round because that's what's going to happen. Because you need him. He's the best perimeter defender in the East. You're going to need somebody to defend the perimeter.
I don't disagree with you.
And Jaylen Brown, I'm not sold yet.
I fuck with Jaylen.
I'm sold on him being a borderline all-star, but I'm not sold on him as being a guy that's going to come through in playoff time when it matters, when you really need him to step up and you need him to win a game. But let's go ahead. Let's move on. Let's talk OKC Thunder. Should they make a trade before the deadline?
I think if somebody wants Gallinari, you can explore that. They found success without Gallinari. Also, Bazley has been decent when he's been out there this year. Like, he's a rookie. Bazley has been decent when he's been out there. And also, it depends on what comes back with the Gallinari deal. I don't think they necessarily need to make a trade, but I think that they're at a point where, like, if you want to make a Gallinari trade, like, I'm with that. I don't mind it.
I don't really think you need to make a trade. I think you got a bunch of picks. If I'm them, I personally would try to get rid of those guys. Honestly, I just think that them missing the playoffs would be more advantageous for them. I think coming back with a bunch of lottery picks, I think CP has shown his value being an all-star this year. I think teams will be more likely to trade for him over the summer now.
Yes.
So if I'm them, can we use the playoff revenue? Yes, but if we can get 2 or 3 decent first-round picks, that would be great for our future as an organization.
But you're not gonna get
they don't have a future for their organization right now other than Shea. Like, he is the only building block that they have for the future.
There is Bazley as well.
Yeah,
Bazley as well. They counting on Bazley.
I have to see more. I have to see more growth and development for him, and for him to move in and be a guy that is an actual night in, night out starter that can come out and give me 15 plus every night before I can consider him to be a future building block. I'm looking at what Shea is doing. I'm looking at this team, and they don't have a future outside of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And I think that if they do want to miss the playoffs, trading Danilo away, getting rid of Steven Adams will be great. And Schroeder, I think, would be getting rid of those guys. But if they really think that they could have a chance to make it to the second round, which, depending on matchup, they do, I'm not upset at it. But I think that if I'm them, I really want to build for the future. And they don't have a future.
I kind of disagree with you reasonably.
It's fine.
I'm looking at the ages of guys. They don't really have an old team, honestly. Outside of Chris Paul and Lilo, everybody is under 27 for the most part, and Mike Muscala, he's 28. So they don't really have an old their average team age is probably about 26.
Who are their building blocks other than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
I mean, I think you could build around Schroeder. Like, Schroeder's still 26. He can still get better. Adams only 26. I think he can still get better. And again, they have so many picks.
Did you just say I'm gonna build around Dennis Schroeder?
I mean, he's a piece. You're not gonna. He's a fucking piece.
All right, man.
Is he not a 6-man of the year candidate?
All right, man.
Is he not?
He's a piece you need to get rid of. I'm talking about building a team for the future, bro.
Again, I think you have so many picks that, for one, I think you're going to be in trade talks with teams for the rest of forever because of how many picks you have. Right. I don't mind him making the playoffs. I think they should go for the playoffs. The reason I'm looking at Danilo is because he has an expiring deal, and teams love expiring deals. So maybe you can, get some future assets back for that. And also, I think somebody could use Danilo. I think there are teams that could possibly. I saw somebody come up about Danilo, but I think maybe a Portland could use a Danilo. I don't know how they get him at this point, but I think maybe
he don't play defense.
Danilo.
What are he gonna do?
He shoot.
He's mellow. He's mellow with a better shot. What do they need him for?
Good point. Now you going. I size me on that one. You right, but I think somebody could use a Danilo Gallinari. And as far as Chris Paul, you're not going to get a high lottery pick for Chris Paul because any team that's going to pay for Chris Paul is a team that thinks, oh shit, we can win the championship next year if we bring in Chris Paul. So it's probably going to be a low pick.
I don't care about a lottery pick. I just want to get his salary off my books, get a couple young building bench players that I can, like young guys. They just need young guys. I think that they need younger guys that you can try to build around. And I don't think that they have enough. I just don't think that they have enough young guys that they can build around. I think... I'm sorry. I just don't. I like Shea. But if Chris Paul got traded away tomorrow, they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league again. So, you might as well do that.
That's why Chris Paul all-star.
You might as well do that.
That's why Chris Paul all-star.
No. Because if Chris Paul gets traded, then that means a lot of other guys are going to get traded. He's not just going to be the only one that goes. If you get rid of him, you're getting rid of all the other guys so you can rebuild. So it's not just me saying if Chris Paul leaves and the team is going to be trash. Even if Chris Paul leaves at this point, I still think they have a chance to potentially make the playoffs.
Yeah, they 10 games up above 5.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that if he leaves, it's a fire sale, which means that it's going to be over for them.
I think at this point they make the playoffs regardless. They would have to lose. They got to lose. They got to start losing.
It's possible. Okay. It's possible.
It's possible.
We've seen the Memphis Grizzlies pull off one of the most masterful tank jobs ever to be able to get Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, but they weren't in the playoffs already though.
They were close though.
They were like 11th.
No, they weren't. They were close, and then literally they just sat everybody.
Yeah,
they started losing. Like literally, they played the Lakers. They lost that game against the Lakers. I remember it was when my mom came out. It was around Christmas time. They lost the game to the Lakers because we was sitting in a restaurant. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, they probably about to tank. And then literally after that, they just tanked.
Yeah, but they tanked
in December.
500G.
Yeah, but
in February.
Yes,
now.
but December. I'm talking about what they was doing in December. I still think it's possible. Yeah, all you have to do is be below 500 to not make the playoffs.
I mean, they got to lose they would have to go 35% with over the next however many games. They played 50 games already.
If you have
they got 32
sale.
games left.
Yeah.
They would have to win 10 of them.
Fire sale. I'll run Shea out there, and everybody else is on rest, or they getting traded. I mean, but that's just me. I just think that they're headed towards a rebuild. You have the opportunity to really rebuild in 2 years, versus if you wait too long, it'll be a 5-year rebuild.
But I think the Celtics have shown the blueprint for being able to rebuild while still be competitive, because they did it.
Yeah, but the Celtics have always had good veterans on their team. Like we got.
The Thunder got good veterans.
Yeah, but like when IT was doing what he was doing, nobody on the Thunder team was better than what IT was doing when IT was averaging damn near 30.
No, but
yeah, but so I'm saying like they still had quality. Al Horford, Hall of Fame level player. Like they still had quality level play. They still had very quality guys playing there.
Was Horford? No, Horford wasn't. When did Horford get there? 20.
He played there 1 year with IT, or 2 years, didn't he?
2 years, but I think they made the playoffs even then, didn't they?
When?
I don't think Boston has Boston missed the playoffs.
Yeah, because they had decent pieces. That's what I'm saying. The Thunder don't have decent pieces.
No.
If Chris Paul is, if you get rid of Chris Paul, Danilo, and they already want to get rid of Steve Adams, they have nothing left.
I mean, yeah, if you get rid of all those guys, yeah, but the Celtics could say the same thing. If we get rid of this guy, we have nothing left.
They didn't have anything other than Horford and them and a bunch of bench guys.
I just think they shoot, but they were still, but they still were found a way to be competitive and rebuild. I think the Thunder, especially because you play in Oklahoma City, you probably want to do the same thing.
We'll see. Anyways, let's move on. Let's go ahead. Let's talk with Miami Heat. Dante, you been watching the Miami Heat. You like Jimmy Butler? You a Jimmy Butler fan?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you think he's a good leader?
In that situation, not exactly. I feel like he could do a little bit better, man. I mean, what do you think?
In terms of his leadership, we've always had questions about his leadership, but I feel like this year he's stepped out of the way a little bit. I think that with him being, but this is the thing, when guys are hurt, they're afforded the opportunity and ability to just be able to sit back and watch. Yeah. I think Jimmy got a chance to see this team, like, yo, we actually got a decent team. So for everybody out there asking if the Heat should make a move for the deadline, no, I don't think that they should make a move for the deadline. I think they finally got Dion back. He ain't off the edibles no more.
He been hooping too.
And I think he has a point to prove, because literally they tried to trade him and everybody said no thanks. So I think he's a year away from potentially being amnesty to never being in the league again. That's where he's headed. I mean, so I think he has a reason to hoop and play ball. I think Duncan Robinson is very good, but he's a young guy. I look at Tyler Herro as being a guy that's not scared at the moment. I think they got a lot of guys that are good. I don't really think they need to make a move. And even when you were saying earlier in the season, if they were struggling, that they should trade for Chris Paul, I don't think they need to make a trade. I just think they need to just see what happens and reevaluate what happens next year, because for all we know, they could sneak into the finals. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they can beat the Bucks, but I think there are a couple other teams that could maybe surprise the Bucks. And then if you surprise those teams. And we saw what Jimmy was doing even versus the Kawhi and the Sixers last year. He was playing well until he hurt his ankle. Playing defense. Tobias was out of rhythm, not playing well. Ben Simmons was out of rhythm, not playing well. Embiid was sick, not playing well. He's got a full team around him. Bam Adebayo is an all-star this year. He's a guy that I didn't think would ever hit this level. I thought Bam would be like a Montrezl Harrell type player, but he actually turned out to be like an actual all-star level player. So I don't really think they need to make a move. I just think you go with Coach Spo and you figure out from there what you can do. You got a championship organization. I think they just try to take a run at it and see what happens. Like, what are you in a rush for, really? Only thing that can happen is Tyler Herro gets better, Duncan Robinson gets better, Bam Adebayo gets better. You still have Jimmy Butler. What are you know what I mean? Who are you trading for that's going to really make them that much of a better team?
I mean, I agree with you. I think that's Miami. You got to ask yourself, do you believe in your future more than you believe in your right now? If you believe in your future more than you believe in your right now, then you just stay put, bro. You just play this year out, see what happens this year. I mean, shit, Giannis is coming up in 2 years. You will have a cap room.
Yeah.
In like 2 years. So like, and again, you play in Miami. You're going to always be able to at least get a meeting with people because you play in fucking Miami. Who would not want to take $150 million to live in Miami for 3 years?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't mind doing that.
And the Heat
and they don't have no
organization,
state tax.
the Heat organization is also a family, you know, like most people consider
If you
them
look
to
at
be
the
a
last-
very like not like they're a family run organization, but people look at their organization within the organization as them like being one of those organizations where the players that play for them feel like their family. Even that, like with UD, he's a glorified assistant coach just getting paid to play.
Since the new millennium, not just since the new millennium, they're one of the most historic franchises. Since this new millennium started. You gotta think about they got 4 championships now?
Yeah.
No, 3 is
No,
it? Three rings.
3-5 finals appearances.
3-5 from the new millennium, they're one of the most successful franchises that now, granted, obviously, yeah, really, honestly, since they're insertion in the league, they came in 1989.
Did they?
I think they're one of the more successful franchises. What's their team winning percentage? Let me look. What's their team winning percentage?
Miami Heat. Let's see. The Miami Heat. Sorry, looking up the stats.
They have a 52% winning percentage in 32 seasons. Since they've come along, they're one of the more successful teams. Like they've been
they are.
Like the Spurs, the Warriors, the Bulls.
Founded in '88, they have 3 championships, 5 conference titles, 13 division titles, 5 retired numbers. I mean, Michael Jordan is one of them, but still.
I mean, they got more than that because Bron ain't retired yet.
Yeah, Bron ain't retired.
Bosh
Yeah,
Wait, Bosh ain't retired already?
Yeah, he did. D-Wade ain't retired.
Yeah, but it's gonna be retired.
Yes,
so they got so they'll have.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're a quality franchise. Obviously, Pat Riley has set the standard for them. So yeah, I think you just stay put, bro. You got like a lot of young guys. You got 2 All-Stars now. I don't think you need to. When I said the Chris Paul thing, I said again, judge where you are around the All-Star break, the trade deadline, and see if you think it can push you over the edge. I don't even think you need Chris Paul to push you over the edge. You might be good enough to put yourself over the edge.
Yeah.
Like I'm not convinced that they just can't beat anybody.
Yeah, I agree. So let's go ahead and let's spend our final moments talking about the Pelicans. I feel like we have multiple points to talk about. The Pelicans.
Zion,
have you watched Zion this year?
Yeah.
Okay,
I like
go
his
ahead.
debut a
Talk
lot.
to me about Zion. How you feel about Zion as a player? What you think his ceiling can be, and just kind of your overall thoughts about him, and then we could talk about like what's going on with the season.
I think my biggest concern with him is his size and his weight, man. And when you think about Zion, you think about how long his career could last, you know? And doing what he does, I don't know, he kind of surprises me, but at the same time, like, I'm kind of worried because, you know, I feel like he's injury prone. And I don't want him to be, I want him to have a long career. You know what I mean?
Too.
And he's easily one of my favorite players. You know, we were talking yesterday about him.
Yeah.
We were saying, like, easily, he's a top 25 player already. And
I
he's
believe
19.
he is.
You know?
He is.
And off rip, he's one of my
Stop
favorites.
Stop it.
What would you? You don't think he's top 25?
He's probably 25, but he's probably 25.
No,
but he's
I'm saying 20, and that's a young age to be ranked so high. I know it sounds like it's a stretch, but it's him that we're talking about. Like he's another great. You know, if he can make it last, man.
He's got more post moves than Giannis has ever had.
I think he's helped along by his guard play a lot.
So early on too.
I think that he's helped along by his guard play a lot. But the one thing that does shock me with Zion is you can tell he has a good basketball IQ. Like you tell he's an intelligent, kid. Like even though he is athletic, he uses the athleticism correctly. Like again, like it's not like he's running up the court. I mean, granted, a lot of it is lobs, but he at least is in the right position to get the lobs. So that's one thing I have to give him credit for. I'm with you. Like my thing is he just does a lot of jumping. But when I watch him play, I do still think that even if he did lose his athleticism, he can still play. I think he's big enough to be able to shield people, get rebounds, be able to post, and because I think even if he lost his athleticism, he could be Anthony Mason.
At the worst, he can be Zebo.
I'm gonna go Anthony Mason. The reason I'm going Anthony Mason is because Anthony Mason could also pass the basketball.
I'm not
Zebo wasn't really.
I'm not upset at that.
So even if you lost that athleticism, I think like obviously at the peak, you probably think of maybe like a bigger Sean Kemp or something like that, who was a guy who was going out there. Even when Kemp got fat, he was still having 20 points.
I was gonna say that's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, what do you guys think about his condition?
That's the thing. Like, but again, he's played 6 NBA games. Like, how you expect a man to just run on the court? Like, even yesterday when Alvin Gentry got mad, I think a lot of it was because Zion was lagging behind the play because he was just tired. He's never played 32 minutes before. So I think, eventually I'm assuming his conditioning will get better. But we got to remember, it's 6 games. I think everybody wants to judge everybody so quickly. He's played 6 games.
When you got high expectations, you can't blame him,
But 6 games.
So like, what? They've been up there. Every one of them has been good.
Yeah, but yes.
Yeah.
But again, it's conditioning.
And it was a career high yesterday, was it?
Yeah.
You had to think a career high was it
in minutes.
It's like 32 minutes. I know it's not where it needs to be at, but again, he's played 6 games. He got to get back. He got to get some condition.
You got to give him time.
Yeah, you got to give him time.
How do you feel about Lonzo?
But you can.
How do you
feel about Lonzo?
I like him.
I think Lonzo's the unsung hero. I think Zion gets all the credit, but
no, he does.
Lonzo need to get a lot of Lonzo. Which is why even before the draft, I said that I want to see him go somewhere with the point guard. I think he needs to play with a point guard right now. And I think that
absolutely.
And I think obviously Zion has elevated Lonzo's game, but I think that Lonzo was also helping Zion along as well.
Yeah.
But I think the one thing with Lonzo that also doesn't help Zion is the fact that Lonzo can't shoot free throws. So a lot of the times down the stretch, but he took 2.
Yeah.
I think Lonzo's a better free throw shooter than this 48 or 50% says he is. I think he's really more like a 67, 68% free throw shooter. Mm-hmm. But I think because he hasn't proven that, he don't go to the line like that because he's not as aggressive as he needs to be, which also in turn hurts Zion because Drew Holiday isn't a pure point guard,
and he
be out there chucking that bitch.
Yeah.
So Drew be out there running point guard, Lonzo be out there being a 2, and Zion kind of sometimes get lost out there sometimes because Lonzo ain't there to be like, oh shit, let me get him the ball. Because he don't have it. Because if he get fouled, you scared he's not going to make the free throws.
Yeah.
And they got all the Lakers players from last year. And the Lakers couldn't shoot free throws last year. They missed 5 free throws in the last 3 minutes yesterday. Yeah. So even Alvin can be mad about that, bro. Drew went to the line, missed 2 straight free throws. I think Josh Hart missed some free throws. Lonzo made his. I think Zion missed 1 down the stretch when he got fouled. They missed 5 free throws and lost by however many points.
Yeah, and Alvin Gentry, he laid into the team, after the Rockets game and said they need to get Zion the damn ball. I loved it because he's the best player on the team. The best player on the team should have the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter.
He can't shoot free throws.
What do you mean? Yesterday he shot decent from the free throw line. He was 5 of 7 yesterday. 5 of 7 yesterday. 6 of 8 versus the Grizzlies.
He's at what for the season? 60%
He's shooting 53% right now. He was 6 of 8 the game before and 5 of 7 yesterday. Stop talking to me about what happened last week.
I'm just saying.
Stop talking to me about what happened last week.
It's a very small sample size.
You're talking to me about what happened last week. You're talking to me about what happened last week, and he was 5 of 7 yesterday.
3 games ago.
Get him the goddamn ball.
It was 3 days ago.
Get him the ball.
You trust him to make clutch free throws.
Like Alvin Gentry said, give him the damn ball. I don't give a damn about the clutch free throws. If you don't give him the ball before then, you can't even see what happened.
I also think that's a lot of Zion's fault. But here's why. You've played 6 games. When I was watching the game, he was hiding out on the weak side. If you said he got the ball over here, get your big ass over here.
Alvin Gentry said, I called the play, and they wasn't running the play I called.
Here's why. They got Lawson running up and down the court. They had a couple plays in which it was turnovers and was long. Granted, everybody shoots threes. So real quick, when everybody's shooting these threes, it's a lot of long rebounds. It's bouncing back and coming back at the 3-point line. You get the ball, you looking at straight transition. I think they got caught in the fact it's a lot of long rebounds. The game was up and down. You're talking about 2 of the most. I think the Rockets are 2nd in pace. The Pelicans got to be 8th in pace.
He specifically said, I called plays. And guys did not run the plays in which I called. He didn't say we got out in transition, so because we got out in transition, we couldn't run plays. He said I called plays and guys didn't get him the ball. And if you're not going to get him the ball, you're going to sit on the bench. He said if guys not going to get Zion the ball, guys won't be in the game. Get that man the ball.
And he also, Zion himself was not running in transition hard, probably because he was tired. He visibly looked tired. He never played 32 minutes.
What does transition have to do with you?
A fucking lot.
No, it does not. If the coach is saying stop and run a play,
if you run the court, if you get your big ass up there, run the court, steal.
So now you know more than the
the coach. So now you know more than the team coach. Now you know more than Alvin Gentry know. Now you know what sets Alvin Gentry was calling, and they weren't fucking running. Shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
I didn't say I fuck out of here. Now you know more than the coach. Now you know more than the coach.
I can tell what was not running the floor, probably because he was tired. If you run the floor, get there, seal, push your hand up, call for the ball. That's what happens.
And you run down there and you don't run the play. That ain't got nothing to do with transition.
Up. They probably got caught in the speed.
And if he say slow down and run a play, and they don't slow down and run a play, what are they doing?
I understand what the man's saying. I get what
if he say slow down and run a play, what are they doing?
Same time.
I'm asking you a question. If the coach say you in transition, slow down, run a play, get him the fucking ball, and you don't slow down, run a play, and give him the fucking ball, it's a problem. What the fuck are you talking about?
And I get what he's saying. Also, but again, I disagree with coaches sometimes when they say that. Also, I think players, if you're a guy, you can go and demand a basketball. Get on the block, demand a basketball. Half the game, those last couple of possessions, he on the weak side, just standing there.
Because they didn't run the fucking play he told them to run.
Go get the ball. If you see the ball on the side, fuck that play.
He is not the point guard. He is not the point guard.
Listen, though.
They have 2 point guards on the floor. Neither one of them run the play. Whose fault is that?
Listen, and also, hold on, wait.
And you got Ingram out there ISO and jacking up and missing shots, shooting 23 shots. How he keep shooting 23 shots?
He didn't ISO. Doing that whole 5-minute part, I swear to God, he didn't ISO. He took one shot that I was like, oh, that's a bad shot. He didn't ISO the whole time. They tried to get him a touch.
I'm not talking about just the fourth quarter. I'm talking about the whole game.
He took 17 shots yesterday, Zion. And honestly, most of the time, and honestly, look, most of B.I. shots weren't isolated.
Zion took 14 shots yesterday, and Ingram took 23.
And look, how many
there should never be a point in time in which Ingram is taking more than 8 shots than Zion Williamson.
Ingram took 11 threes. Want to know why? Because they was doubling Zion on the post. Zion would get the ball. They would double. You got to pass the ball. He opened for 3. He really wasn't ISOing like that.
This is the guy you told me was going to be able to shoot well when Zion came back. You one told me, hey, he's shooting great from the corners. He's doing great from the corners. You ain't
seen it. He shot 40% from 3 yesterday. Fucking that's great.
And guess what? They lost. And he shot terribly from the floor overall.
And look,
he shot terribly from the floor overall. Did he not shoot terribly from the floor?
He shot 39% from the field.
39% from the field ain't good.
From 3.
When is 39% from the field good?
40% from
39% from the field good.
If you look at the effective field goal percentage, and I hate to bring it up, but if you look at it, it's probably about 50% from yesterday.
Gee. Zion Williamson is shooting 61% from the goddamn field goal rate for the whole season.
Mostly off lobs.
Get him the ball.
They tried.
They didn't. The coach literally said, you did not try to give him the ball. I called the play. I told you to run the play. You didn't run the play. You didn't try to give him the ball. What are you talking about?
That was exactly I'm going to tell you exactly the possession they were. It was a possession at 2:26 in which Drew Holiday tried to dump the ball into him, but it got broken up. EG broke it up. And then there was another one at like 54 seconds they tried to give him the ball. Most of it, they were up and down the court. Also, Zion got to be able to run in transition. But I think a lot of it was, again, he's never played that many minutes before, so he's tired.
It's a time factor with Zion, man.
Come on, man. You got to be kidding me.
I'm not.
You keep talking to me about transition. I keep telling you the coach said, I told them to slow down and run a play, and they running plays.
I fully get that. I get all that.
Stop talking to me about transition. His conditioning ain't got nothing to do. If you run up the court in transition, slow your ass down by the logo, you do this shit. When they do the hand signals and they call a fucking play, you give his fat ass enough time to get up the court and get on the goddamn block.
I hear what you're saying. But even then, when they would do that, he would be all over in the weak side, not coming over to the ball.
They're not running the fucking
They don't have to run the play for you to come in the play. If you know the ball going to you, get on the block, demand the ball.
I'm not the point guard.
But he's not. But listen.
That's why the coach said if guys ain't gonna do what I'm telling them to do, they gonna sit on the bench. Zion shouldn't have to come in and say, hey, pass me the ball.
Yes, he should.
No, he should not. When the coach is calling actions for him to get the ball.
If you the guy on the team,
that make sense, G?
Now look.
If the Clippers don't get Kawhi Leonard the ball, they fucking up.
And look, I guarantee you, Kawhi gonna get himself the ball. Kawhi gonna go to this spot, give me the ball, and they go, oh shit. Get that man the ball and walk the hell away from him. Now look, Zion. I
guarantee you, if Lou just went rogue and Pat went rogue,
doing
whatever they want to do,
they not gonna do that.
That's my point,
bro.
Kawhi
not gonna let you do that.
It's not about Kawhi.
They
know he the best player on the team.
It's about 50-50.
Who the Clippers know the best player on the team?
Obviously why.
So give him the ball and get the fuck out the
B.I.
way.
the best player on the Pelicans.
That's the problem.
Right now.
That is the problem.
Right now.
You and the guys on the team saying that, but everybody else is like, yo, get the best player on the team the ball.
Right now, B.I.'s the best.
When you give him the ball, you lose.
B.I. wasn't even
when
taking
you give him the ball too much, you lose.
Right now, B.I.'s the best.
When you give him the ball too much with Zion on the floor, you lose.
That's not what
you lose.
That's not why they lost the game.
He had you lose.
Number one.
When you give him the ball with Zion on the floor, you lose.
Number one.
Ingram should be taking 16 to 17 shots maximum. Anytime he goes over 18 or 20, it's a problem.
Number one.
Period.
Number one. Yesterday.
Period.
I think they had 25 turnovers, 25, 30 turnovers. The Rockets had 28 points off their turnover. The fact the game was that close and they turned the ball over that much.
Many times.
The fact the game was that is actually outrageous and actually amazing.
And guess what the coach said? He literally said
he was mad about that too.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
You didn't even watch the whole goddamn thing.
I saw that part. He literally
Did you watch the whole thing?
No.
He said the turnovers are an issue. No, you didn't watch. No, if you watch the whole thing, he said we're not gonna keep talking about turnovers. Yeah, we turned the ball over. We shouldn't have. But if I'm calling plays and they aren't running the plays, I don't give a damn about the turnovers.
And he said, as a collector, that's the most.
Now, when you finish the show, go back and watch this whole goddamn thing.
And he said, as a collector,
like you just told me about the Harden, Kobe clip.
I'll go back and
you
watch
taking a piece of it.
Go
back and watch the whole 5-minute shit. And the whole time he said, I'm not talking about the turnovers. Yes, we turned the ball over. Not good. Give Zion the ball.
Okay.
Run the play I call.
Turn the ball over that much.
Stop that, man. You want to make every excuse for why they shouldn't have gave him the goddamn the ball.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yes, you are. You said you're blaming Zion.
Listen,
not the goddamn point guard.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. I get the point. I feel you. But it's a lot of issues compounded, and Brandon Ingram ain't the issue. I think you saying B.I. shooting the ball was the issue. What I'm telling you is...
No, I'm not. I'm saying them not running the goddamn plays and getting him the ball is the issue.
Again.
That's the issue.
Again.
How many times do I have to say that?
But look, though. I don't always agree with that because I also put some of the onus of that on the player. If you know you the guy, you got to make them... Exactly. This won't be happening in Game 30 or next year. But listen... This won't be happening in Game 30 or next year.
Am I being unreasonable?
No.
It's his 6th game.
Am I being unreasonable?
Yes, you are. It's his
how? Exactly.
He's not the point guard.
It don't matter. When you the guy, you can go out there and demand the ball. Hey, G, I'm right here. Give me the ball. Take a fucking 3-second violation. I bet next time they come down, they gonna give your ass the ball. But you wanna know why it's not happening yet? It's Game 6. He not there yet. Will he get there? Yes, he will. What I'm basically saying is, give it some damn time, bro. It's not gonna all happen in one day.
You know more.
Give it time.
You know more than Alvin Gentry.
I don't know more than Alvin Gentry.
Shout out to you, Coach Gentry.
I don't know more than Alvin Gentry.
Shout out to you, Coach Gentry.
I don't know more than Gentry, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm just saying is this: I don't like putting all the onus on everybody. Oh, wait, he didn't get the ball because of this. No, you can also go out there and demand the ball. You can do that.
And your point guards can also run the play that the coach
I understand.
called.
Yes, they can.
After he called it time and time again.
They
the point guard can
I
also say, "Hey, Zion, you on the wrong floor. Get your ass on the other side of the floor because I'm trying to call this play for you."
I get that.
They weren't doing that.
I get that. But even if you look at all the shots they took, I promise you, it was only one shot out. That's a terrible shot. Every other one was open. They just missed them.
If you get him the ball, guess what? Them shots not happening because things are happening differently.
I'm just saying.
They're happening
They will come over and double.
They not even getting him the ball and he's still giving you 21 and 10. Imagine if they actually fed him the goddamn ball like they're supposed to.
They get him the ball.
So can the Pelicans make the playoffs?
I think they can, but they have to give him the goddamn ball. Every time they don't give him the ball, they lose.
That's the problem.
I don't think they make the playoffs this year.
He's literally not had a negative plus minus in any game he's played.
Yeah, that's fair.
Every time they give him the ball, they win. When they don't give him the ball and guys want to do what they want to do, they lose. The first 2 games they lost because he had to come off the floor.
Yeah,
because he really changed the entire dynamic of it. And once he left, it was kind of like it was over after that because they was discombobulated. But now that they playing with the man, just give him the damn ball. Even if you're going to be a lottery team, he is the number 1 pick in the draft. He is the most hyped player since LeBron James. You told me he more hyped than LeBron. Yeah. Give the man the ball, G. They got rid of Ricky Davis because Ricky Davis said, hey, he coming here to play with me. Give him the ball.
I also think a lot of that is, again, Lonzo don't have a ball in them situations because he can't shoot free throws. So you got Drew running. So So you got Drew running point guard instead of Lonzo because Lonzo's shooting 45% from the free throw line. If Lonzo was shooting better, some of the things you talking about also wouldn't happen because Lonzo, oh shit, we got to go get the ball. The issue is, I guarantee you, how many of those plays did Lonzo even have the ball? It was like Hart running up the court with the ball, Drew running up the court with the ball, guys like that running up the court with the ball.
Did I single out Lonzo Ball?
Huh?
Did I single out Lonzo Ball? I
didn't say
specifically
you
said
did.
you had 2
I
guards
didn't say
on the
you
floor.
singled out Lonzo Ball. I'm just saying.
Drew Holiday, he averaged 7 assists last year.
Yes, but Drew Holiday is not a pure
I
point guard
don't
like
care.
Lonzo Ball is.
Drew Holiday know how to run a
Drew
play.
Holiday tried to give him a touch and got broken up by Eric. Like, one of the very few plays that was actually like slowed down. They actually got in transition. With like not in transition, they would actually ran a set. They tried to give him the ball. Drew threw a terrible inbound pass entry pass, and he got broken up by Eric Gordon. It was at the 2:26 mark of the fourth quarter. It got broken up by Eric Gordon. Then the next one that they tried to give him a touch, Lonzo gave him the ball, I think the 54.7 mark, and that's when he got the foul call.
After they was down by 8 at that point.
Yeah, I'm saying.
That's what do you...
I get
so
your
you
point.
telling me that they ran 2 plays for him is the problem,
I get
G.
your point. I get your point. What I'm also saying is they got caught running up and down the court, and him as being the guy, you have to notice, I ain't got the ball, let me go get the ball. When you the guy, you can do that. If you get on the block, oh shit, they over here. Let me run over here, impose my will, boom, give me the ball. Or in transition, sprint up the court, get there, seal, get the ball. But again, it's game 6. His condition isn't where it needs to be. The players probably ain't used to playing with him yet because it's only 6 games. You got to give everything some time. I get Alvin Gentry, but also Zion got to be the one to go out there and go get the basketball. When you the guy, that's what you do.
They only gonna make the playoffs if they give Zion.
They're not gonna make the playoffs.
If they keep doing what they doing right now, they're gonna keep losing every other game. They're gonna win one game, lose one game, win one game, lose one game.
It's gonna
they
take
win a game.
time, though,
they win a game when he plays well, and they give him the ball. And then the next game happens, and guys are like, "Well, now it's time for me to get mine," and then they go and get theirs, and they lose. That's what happens. They have to give him the ball, and like he said, if guys are not gonna give him the ball, then they're going to be. They're not going to be playing. And I don't care what anyone says. If they're not going to make the playoffs, this is even more to my point. He is the franchise. So even if you're trying to build camaraderie and you're trying to build franchise habits going forward, this is where you begin. You don't start after the season after you tried to make your playoff run. You instill this culture now, and that's what he doing. Give him the goddamn ball. All of y'all are tertiary players. Y'all not the star. He's the goddamn star. Give him the ball. If we not going, guess what? We played all these goddamn games, and y'all lost all these goddamn games. Y'all lost 13 games in a row out there doing this shit the way y'all want to. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I know Favors was hurt. I know Favors was hurt. I know Drew was hurt. But honestly, they was playing better when Drew was hurt than they playing with Drew now.
Yeah, because Drew out there, like...
So, like I'm saying, we building habits now. Give him the ball, get the hell out of the way, and if we don't make the playoffs, at least I know we gave him the ball.
They also got to reconstruct their team, too, as well. They got to reconstruct their team.
Get rid of Ingram.
For one, no, Ingram can stay because, again, I still think eventually... when they do get to making the playoffs in the half court when the game slows down, that's when you'll see the value of him. What they're going to do is Zion, they're going to just run a double at him from one of them sides and try to ISO, foul the shit out of him, or he's going to have to pass the ball out. The issue is Favors should never play with him because Favors can't stretch the floor. So you bring in another guy. I think Melly should actually, the starting lineup should really, Drew shouldn't be there because Drew takes the ball out of Alonzo's hand. So Drew actually shouldn't be there. You should go get another. I like Hart. I love Redditt. I like Lonzo. I like Ingram. And I like Melly. That's their best lineup. And that's the lineup that they need to run with. But they got to reconstruct their team. Because, again, you put Zion in there and he plays at different positions on the court. Like, he's not going to stretch the floor. He plays from the block. So you don't need another person like Favors to play on the block.
I don't mind him.
And I think
they don't play terribly on the floor together.
They
play terribly when Drew Holiday and Lonzo Ball on the floor together, or Drew Holiday or Josh Hart on the floor together. Yeah. Or Brandon Ingram and Drew Holiday on the floor together.
They don't. But I would like.
They don't play well with. They have 3 guys that all really do the same thing.
They don't. But I would also like space. Like I would like for Melly to be out there, so that even if you want to come and double Zion from one of those sides, like because you're not gonna double him from. If you on the left block, you're not going to come double from the right side because he's going to see it. He's going to probably spin off to the left shoulder, and you're going to come double from that side. So when he get there, oh shit, there's 2 people in my face.
New Orleans, go get Kevin Love.
Kevin Love would be great. Kevin Love would be great for them. Perfect for them.
Trade Drew Holiday, and...
They're not going to do that trade, though, because you ended up Kevin Love.
Why?
I don't want Drew Holiday. Then what the fuck am I going to do? I got Drew Holiday, Colin Sexton, Darius Garland.
Oh, yeah.
You trying to know.
That's fine. You want Ingram?
Okay. That works, but
Kevin Love.
but again, I like
Ingram. Give me
but
Kevin
I
Love.
like Ingram. The reason why I like Ingram for this team is for one, what does he shoot for the free throw line this year? Let me look. He shoots 86% from the free throw line. Lonzo is at 55. Zion, I think he's better than 53, but I still think he'll probably be around about a 68% free throw shooter. Josh is at 67. Redick is at 89. I need somebody to be able to score. I still think Ingram is the best scorer and currently the best player on the team. Now, will he be that in 30 games? Maybe not. Will he be that next season? Probably not.
He's not.
But I still think Ingram is that right now. I like the combination of Ingram. I feel like, for instance, I think that's what was missing with like the Sonics. When you had GP and you had Sean Kemp, but you ain't have another guy you could get a ball to and go out there and finesse you a bucket. Or even with the Suns. You had Amari, you had Steve Nash, but you didn't have another guy from the wing who kind of go out there and give you a bucket. Marion could score in transition, but he went out there giving you buckets. He won't go out there and give you drugs. I think Ingram is that guy, and also he can shoot free throws.
Ingram's playing for a contract, so that's the problem. He wants to play well. We don't need Ingram.
But again, he gonna get his money.
We don't need Ingram.
He gonna get his money. You gonna reconstruct the team a little bit. Zion gonna average his 25 points. Lonzo gonna average his probably 12 unless he get free throw shooting better. And Ingram gonna average his 21, 22,
They
23.
need a Lou Will type off the bench. They don't need Ingram. I really don't. And I've been saying that since before the season, so this is not new. It's not hate either. He doesn't fit, and I've been telling y'all this entire time. They don't fit together. He's great trade bait though. So if I'm David Griffin and I'm looking at this,
It's not gonna happen.
it's
gonna take a couple years.
because I also don't trust his locker room because I think that they're going to start to be some factions built because
I
as
do
many
agree with
people
that.
has felt and pointed out, half of this team is the Lakers team from last year.
I do agree
These
with
guys
that.
have played with each other. Ingram and Lonzo call each other brothers, and Hart, they've known each other for a while.
I do agree with
I don't
that.
want no factions in the locker room. Zion is the head lion, period, and that's it.
I agree with
Everybody
that.
else fall back in the pack.
I agree with
and
that.
they're
But
not
that's
doing
not.
it.
I agree with that, but that's not gonna happen immediately. It's gonna take a couple years. They're gonna have to fail. They got to fail first and doing things like that.
Get rid of him. Trade him while you can. Go get Kevin Love. He can stretch the floor. He can rebound still, and he's a very solid free throw shooter. He got a couple years
Kevin Love
left
would
in
be
him.
great.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, I wouldn't even be mad if they wanted to if they wanted to trade like for Kevin Love. Well, never mind. I'm gonna leave him out. I'm gonna leave him where he at. But anyways, man, it's been Hoops and Brews, man. We're about to get out of here. Shout out to all of y'all out there for.
What about Danilo
What about Danilo?
for the Pelicans?
No.
Okay.
No, he wants to. He want to dribble too much.
He don't really dribble too much.
What do I need? Like, why
Danilo
you?
don't really
I don't
dribble.
want. They need less people that want to dribble.
Danilo don't really dribble though. He catches
He
shoots
don't
a
play
lot.
no defense, G. What is he gonna do for me? Nothing.
Shoot, stretch the floor.
Nothing. He can do nothing for me.
Stretch the floor.
No, the only team Danilo need to be. Danilo is a guy that's gonna help somebody win a championship in like 3 years because he's gonna be old and washed and come off the bench and go Marco Bellinelli in like 2 games. That's as good as his value is.
By the way,
period.
that's a FIBA game between Bellinelli and Danilo, one of the best games I've ever seen in my life.
I can believe it.
Bellinelli was out there like Michael Jordan. Danilo was out there like Prime Melo. I swear to God, it was like in 2016, one of the best games I've ever seen in my life. But we can end on that.
Yeah, but anyways, man, it's been Hoops and Brews. I know it says welcome, but we're about to get out of here, man. Dante, thank you for coming through, talking hoops with us today, man. Talk to the people again, let them know where they can find you at on social media, and let them know what you do. Yeah, man, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. I'm a streamer. I do vlogs. I do reaction videos, things like that. I have a YouTube channel. It's Dante DXTV, DANTE DXTV. You know, I appreciate being here, guys, man.
Oh, man, we appreciate it. Thank you for coming through. See, he was nervous. I told you ain't nothing to be nervous about, man. We just drink beer, we talk basketball, a lot of screams in between. But as always, man, it's your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. That's RELTPJ. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you damn dummy. As always, if you're under 21 or 18 and cannot, you better not be fucking drinking. Don't do it. It's wrong. And as always, drink in moderation. Don't drink and drive. And as always, this show co-stars rapper extraordinaire Pavy. Go ahead, get your plug in, talk to the people, let them know where they can find you at.
As always, man, at Pavy World, Pavy World, all one word. Pavert.com. Go check that out.
Yeah, man. I hope they get rid of Ingram because these arguments are never
They're
never going to stop.
I'm just a Brandon Ingram guy.
As long as Brandon Ingram is on this team, we're gonna be screaming at each other for hours for the foreseeable future. So if you tired of this Ingram talk, you're gonna be feeling like we first take it. Y'all tired of the Lakers Clippers talk because that's what it is. And I didn't really want to talk Lakers Clippers today because last week was a weird week for both of them. I'm not judging either one of those teams based upon what happened last week. I'm going to let them get another week under my belt before I can kind of gauge where they are. Where they both at. I think the Lakers need to be cognizant of like dropping games that they should win. But other than that, I'm not worried about either one of the Lakers or Clippers. So I didn't really feel like we needed to talk about that because I know you're going to get a nauseating POV from that for everybody. But rest in peace, Bean, man. Appreciate Bean, man. Rest in peace, Gigi. Rest in peace to the other 7 victims of that crash, man. It's really unfortunate. Definitely changed basketball forever. And it's going to be, I guess it changed our lives forever because, I mean, we're a part of this thing now. So RIP Kobe, RIP Gigi, much love, much respect. I'm going to exit out with this Kobe tribute. And as always, man, it's been Hoops and Brews. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, at Hoops, the letter N, the word Brews. Search us on, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartMedia, any streaming platform, Stitcher. We will be there. I will be at the Clippers game tonight covering it, so make sure you check out our coverage on the channel. You go watch those clips, drop some likes, drop some comments. We have the best and most exclusive Clippers coverage out there in 4K, out there, high quality footage. Go check it out and follow the journey with us as we go. We follow this team, hopefully on a championship run. Thank you all. We appreciate it, man. RIP Kobe. Peace out, y'all.
You know what? It's I had a lot of players and former players coming to me the last year, like genuinely concerned. Like, are you going to be okay? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be all right. And he says, listen, it's gonna be progressive, right? The first week, it's gonna be a serious state of depression. The second week, you're gonna be angry. The third week, you're gonna start coming around. You're gonna have a level of acceptance. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm good. Like, I'm good. And I think the most important thing is finding what it is that you love to do. That's the hardest part. And it took work. Like, basketball was born to play. For the second phase, what we're doing, it took a lot of work, a lot of soul searching, a lot of investigating and trying things out. But when you find what it is that you love to do, then you wake up every morning with a sense of purpose. So my life it's been great. I mean, I fell into a great routine. I work out 5 o'clock every morning, take the kids to school, get some breakfast with my wife, go to the office, work there, pick the kids up, and then from there it's just, volleyball here, basketball here, soccer there, you know what I mean? And that's my routine. The appreciation comes in moments, it comes in increments, like you go through a moment in time and you realize that you're going way too fast and you really get a chance to appreciate everything that's happening. So you take a beat and you appreciate it, but the reality is you can't stay there, you know what I mean? Because then you can't ever grow and evolve, right? So there's moments of appreciation and then you have to move on and focus with your head down on what comes next and then come up for air.